sound of now.
This is Gomoseley Radio.
Wake up!
Rise and shine. It's a new day on Gomoseley Radio.
And it is 6 o'clock all across Guyana and the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning. Welcome down to Gomoseley Radio and welcome to a brand new day. Just about a minute and a half after the 6 o'clock hour on this Wednesday morning. Good morning to you, wherever you're joining us from on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Welcome on down to Gomoseley Radio and welcome to a brand new day here in Gomoseley Radio. With me, Gordon Mosley, alongside the beautiful Alana Bose. Good morning, Alana.
Good morning, Gordon. How are you today?
I'm going pretty good. What about you?
I'm great, thank you.
Well, that's good news. And of course, we've got the Mix Master. He'll be keeping our company musically this morning as we do our best to try to put you in the best frame of mind to take on this new day together. On the outside, we've got some cloudy conditions at this hour. Some light drizzle along the east bank of the Marara in the morning time. Some parts of Georgetown could experience similar conditions this morning. But we'll get to your full weather forecast in just a bit, right here on Gomoseley Radio. But it's great to have you tagging along with us on this Wednesday. Hope you had a good night's rest and hope you're ready to take on this brand new day. So whether you're waking up in the Barima Winey region across the Mazaruni, Cayuni, the Esquibo Islands west of Marara, or in my neck of the woods, the Upper Demerara Berbice region, together we want to welcome you to a new day and wish you all the best today. 3 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour, that first check of the news is coming up this morning at just about 6:05. So stay with us here on Gomoseley Radio.
Yeah, One Nation boss. It's troubling.
Wake up to Gordon, Alana, and Mixmaster Tony on New Day.
When you see me, I start looking like my last year. When I last, me just a looking at my thoughts. And pray some things that people don't mean out the past. Now act like some perfect, everybody have them flaws. Long before the movie thing, enough for them, I wear a mask, yeah. Watch them kill you as them try go round the bus, yeah. Loyalty come with the cost, and I'll be asking, oh, I love it on me heart. But anytime your heart too big, my lad, then we take you for a fool, and this is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans, no. I'm a can't do trust no girl when me remember what she do, man. This is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans, no way. Now the people them will style me as they please, yeah. Like them want me forget all the memories. Me forgive but not forget, but kind of for them are some praise. The only thing my beg the Father protect me from enemies, alright. Always for my kills and my base. Enough time it get lonely, but company at the least. It's a different energy when me get higher for the trees. Tanisha says she feel it all the way across the seas. It's a natural mystic blowing through the air, yeah. And if you listen carefully now, you will hear. Say anytime your heart too big, my lad, then we take you for a fool, and this is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans, no. I'm a can't do trust no girl when me remember what you do, man. This is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans, no.
Just about 5 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. Time for that first check of the news here on Gomoseley Radio.
This is Gomoseley Radio, the sound of now.
Yeah, man.
With the first check of the news today, I am Alana Bose. Good morning. The government of Guyana is in talks with the United States and other partners about the establishment of an integrated system that would help protect the country's airspace and exclusive economic zone, EEZ. The discussions are taking place against the backdrop of the continuous use of international waters and the exclusive economic zone of various countries, including Guyana, by criminals. The Guyana government has also expressed concern about flights by suspected narco-traffickers and drug planes in Guyana's airspace. Speaking to reporters on Monday, President Ali said the abuse of the country's airspace and EEZ remains a critical issue. Earlier this month, Guyana joined the U.S.-led coalition to fight narco-terrorism in the Americas. President Ali said Guyana has taken an integrated approach to crime fighting that includes not only the U.S., but also with other bilateral partners in the region. CARICOM has announced that regional governments are preparing to dispatch humanitarian aid to Cuba following a decision announced by CARICOM Chairman, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, at the recent CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in St. Kitts and Nevis. The announcement comes as Cuba is experiencing its worst economic and humanitarian crisis in 67 years, marked by a near-total collapse of the power grid, severe fuel shortages, and scarcity of food and medicine. The current issues facing Cuba were triggered by a strict U.S. oil blockade and the collapse of Venezuelan supplies. The country is faced with daily blackouts leading to protests and record emigration. In a statement, CARICOM said the humanitarian effort is being coordinated by the CARICOM Secretariat here in Guyana. The CARICOM initiative is supported by the government of Mexico, which has identified suppliers in Mexico that are able to deliver the items to the port of departure and which will provide free shipment from Mexico to Cuba. Earlier this month, Guyana's president backed what he says is changing the status quo in Cuba, in line with a position taken by U.S. President Donald Trump. Family members of a 30-year-old man who was pronounced dead at the Enmore Regional Hospital after being taken there by the police yesterday morning are demanding answers and justice. The man, Jordan Payne of South Haslington on the east coast of Demerara, was in police custody since last Friday after a domestic incident report was filed against him. He was expected to appear in court this morning, but his mother learned of his death after being told by the police that she should visit the Enmore Hospital. At the hospital, the woman said she was informed by a doctor on duty that the man was brought to the hospital in an unconscious state by the police and was pronounced dead on arrival. The Guyana Police Force announced that it was investigating the circumstances surrounding the man's death. The police said preliminary investigations have revealed that Payne was in custody in relation to a domestic violence matter and had earlier complained of feeling unwell and was escorted for medical attention, where he was seen and treated by a doctor on duty at the Enmore Regional Hospital before returning to the station. The police statement said he complained again of feeling unwell while in police custody and subsequently became unresponsive. He was taken to the Enmore Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead by a doctor on duty. The police said there were no marks of violence observed on the body. Finally, international news. Russia has launched the largest aerial attack on Ukraine over a 24-hour period since the war began, hitting cities across the country with 948 drones. Ukraine's Air Force said 556 drones had been fired since 9 local time on Tuesday in an unusual daytime attack which killed at least 3 people and injured dozens. In the western city of Lviv, the 16th century Bernardine Monastery, part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the city center, was damaged, local officials said. In the neighboring Ivano-Frankivsk region, a maternity hospital was hit. Those strikes came after an overnight Russian attack left 5 people dead. Ukraine said 932 drones and 34 missiles were fired. And that's the news of the moment. For a check of the day's news all day, visit newssourcegi.com and stay tuned to us here on Gomoseley Radio.
All day on Gomoseley Radio. www.gomoseleyradio.com.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Now in stock at Imperial Trading, the Dodson Water and Ice Dispenser. Enjoy hot, fresh, and cold water anytime. Plus, a built-in bullet ice maker. It's durable, energy efficient, bottom load, and designed with a child safety lock. Perfect for your home or office. Wholesale and retail options available now. Visit 73 Durban Street, Lodge, Georgetown, or call 721-3195. Get the Dodson Water and Ice Dispenser today, exclusively at Imperial Trading.
Extra ginger ale, oh yeah. Cool it down, cool it right. Feel the zing. Take the flight. Less sugar, more spice. A sip so crisp, so nice. Pure refreshment in your hand. Extra vibes across the land. Extra ginger ale, oh yeah. Take the taste extra far. The flavor, it's just right. Extra ginger ale would taste so nice. Yeah. Hey. Zesty bubbles, golden glow. Feel the rhythm, let it flow. Sip it slow or take it fast. Extra ginger ale's a blast. Extra ginger ale, oh yeah. Take the taste extra far. The flavor, it's just right.
Less sugar, more ginger. Extra ginger ale.
Hello?
You're late.
Remember I had to open that bank account?
Yeah, but I thought you were going to open a Republic Bank account online.
Wait, you mean I could open an account online?
Yes, using your phone, tablet, or computer. It's called Republic Onboard.
If you told me that this morning, I could have saved hours.
New and existing customers can open a Republic Bank account online and save time. Choose Republic Onboard today. Check republicguyana.com for more information.
So it's your fault I'm late.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Pick two in the afternoon. Pick two in the evening. Pick two, a chance to win big cash. Just ask for the multi-X. Multiply your winnings by 2, by 3, even 5, or get a free play. Pick two with multi-X. Pick two numbers from 0 to 9. A chance to win big cash. Drawing twice daily, Monday to Saturday. Bet the same amount on pick two and multi-X. Pick two with multi-X. Pick two in the afternoon. Pick two in the evening. Pick two with multi-X. Remember, a ticket a day can make you rich today.
Feel the love, Mario. Pizza just the way you like it. You already know we're the Pizza King. One bite into flavor and thin crust makes you wanna say, hey, nobody do it like we do. Every single bite and you can taste the flavor coming through. Every day is fresh ingredients. Guyana, we wanna show you how much we love you. Feel the love, Mario. Pizza just the way you like it. You already know we're the Pizza King. One bite into flavor and thin crust makes.
The sun is out.
The sun is risen.
And the new day is feeling good.
We don't have to worry about nothing. 'Cause we got the fire and we burning one hell of a something.
14 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour, coming up at 6:30 this morning, we will have that full weather watch for you. Some rainy conditions expected in the coming days, so you want to prepare for that. So Alana will give you your full forecast at about 6:30 this morning. 6:45, we're paying attention to your health. here on the program. What are we focusing on this morning?
Today we're looking at sleep and stress and
Sleep
the
and
immune
stress.
system connection. Because remember, of course, Gordon, all week long we're looking at ways you can support your immune system.
Yeah.
So that comes up at around 6:45. We're going to look at how sleep and stress could have negative impacts on your immune system, not just, the rest of you as well. Of course, at 7 o'clock, you've got a detailed check of the news. And then after 7 this morning, we've got lots of really great music for you. 8 o'clock, another check of the news. And, the music continues on your Wednesday morning edition. It's your Hump Day edition of New Day here on Gomoseley Radio. And, we're sliding on down into the weekend. Big weekend coming up.
Yeah. And just after 7:30 this morning, we'll have a chat with Dr. Karen Cooper. She is in the Latham area right now, but she'll be joining us from there via Zoom this morning. She is a physician, a primary care physician, and she's been focusing on getting more women to get pap smear done and to raise awareness of various forms of cancer. And so she would come home, do some volunteer work. So she's here doing that, and she'll be telling us about the work that she's been doing and the group that she's been working with and what she's really doing in that Rupununi region this morning during her visit to Guyana. So she'll be joining us this morning in the program from the Rupununi this morning. So you want to stay tuned for that bit of interview later on, right here on New Day. 60 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour, time to get up and get going. And what will be a beautiful new day. The rain. You ever had big plans and then the rain just come and steal all those plans?
All the thunder. Yeah, I've had that happen to me before. It steals all the thunder, literally.
Yeah, to steal the thunder. I see a lot of folks complaining about the rain. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday on the Suez Clinton Highway, a part of the highway, there was like a breakaway. And so we want to encourage drivers to be careful. I'm not sure if they got it sorted out overnight, but vehicles had to be going through Yarrow Cabra because the main highway, a section of it, probably to the edge or so, I'm not sure, broke off. And so they were trying to fix that. It was recently done. So we're asking drivers, if you're traversing that highway today, hopefully they were able to fix that problem, but still be extra careful out there today on that roadway. So we'll be paying attention to that also this morning, and we'll try to get an update on what's happening up there in the mining town of Linden and Region 10. But 70 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour, let's get going with this brand new day here on Gomoseley Radio.
Wake up to Gordon, Alana, and Mixmaster Tony on New Day.
They don't know what they heard. Strike the march, play it loud. Giving love to the world. We'll be raising our hands, shining up to the sky. 'Cause we got the fire. Yeah, we got the fire. And we're gonna let it burn. We're gonna let it burn. Gonna let it burn. We're gonna let it burn. We don't wanna leave. No, we just wanna be right now. Right now. And what we see is everybody's on the floor acting crazy, getting local till the lights out. Music's on, I'm waking up. We start the fire, then we burn it up. And it's open now. We got the love, there's no sleeping now. No sleeping now. Sleep with the lights turned down. They don't know what they heard. Strike the march, play it loud. Giving love to the world. We'll be raising our hands, shining up to the sky. 'Cause we got the fire. Yeah, we got the fire. And you were the shadow to my light. Did you feel another star? You fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see you alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Was it all in my fantasy? Where are you now? Were you only imaginary?
When I was young, I fell in love. We used to hold hands, man, that was enough. Then we grew up, started to touch. Used to kiss underneath the line on the back of the bus. I know your daddy didn't like me much, and he didn't believe me when I said you were the one. Every day, she'd find a way out of the window to sneak out late. She used to meet me on the east side in the city with the sun on set. And every day, you know that we ride through the back streets of a blue Corvette. Baby, you know I just wanna know my taste tonight. We can go anywhere we want, right down to the coast, jump in the sea. Just take my hand and come with me, yeah. We can do anything if you put a mind to it. Take your whole life, then you put a line through it. My love is yours if you're willing to take it. Give me a heart, you said I'm gonna break it. So come away, started today, starting the lights together in a different place. We know that love is how all these ideas came to be. So baby, run away with me.
17, and we got a dream to have a family, a house and everything in between. And then suddenly, we turned 23 and now we got pressure for taking a look more seriously. We got a dead end jobs and got bills to pay. Our old friends and our enemies. And now I'm thinking back to when I was young, back to the day when I was falling in love.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna kick my feet up, then stare at the fan. Turn the TV on, throw my hand in my pants. Nobody's gonna tell me I can't. Nah, I'll be lounging on the couch, just chilling in my Snuggie. Click to MTV so they can teach me how to Dougie. Cause in my castle, I'm the freaking man. Oh, yes, I said it. I said it. I said it cause I can. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel
Your
like
mornings are a whole lot better.
Wake up, yo!
With New Day on Gomoseley Radio. Wake up to Gordon, Alana, and Mixmaster Tony on New Day.
I can still shut down the party. I can hang with anybody. I can drink whiskey and red wine, champagne and all that. Little scotch on the rocks and I'm fine. When I taste tequila, baby, I still see ya cutting up a Florida sorority t-shirt. The same one you wore when we were sky high in Colorado. Your lips pressed against the bottle, slamming on a Bible, baby, I'd never leave you. I remember how bad I need you. When I taste tequila, when I taste tequila,
I wanna be a billionaire, so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had.
Mixmaster Tony.
I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Oh, every time I close my eyes, I see my name in shining lights. Yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
I would have a show like Oprah. I would be the host of Everyday Christmas. Give Travis your wish list. I'd probably pull a Angelina and Brad Pitt and adopt a bunch of babies that ain't never had shit. Give away a few Mercedes like, here lady, have this. And last but not least, grant somebody their last wish. It's been a couple months that I've been single, so you can call me Travis Claus minus the ho-ho. Get it? I'll probably visit where Katrina hit and do a lot more than FEMA did. Yeah, can't forget about me, stupid. Everywhere I go, I'ma have my own theme music.
Every time I close my eyes,
What you see, bro?
I see my name in shining lights. A different city every night. I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Mixmaster Tony. Wake up to Gordon, Alana, and Mixmaster Tony on New Day.
chopper, burn the smoke. Louis bags, they strapped with a priceless glow. High life, flipping and get some more. Paradise, the luxury marble flow. When I hit, we full of that cash. More money than I seen in the garbage can. Stunner Island, money in the power. That's how we do it, make it rain, make it shower. Top flow, big time, doing big things. Over city view, bone short and new range. Flip another 100.
626 across the country, the voice of Kevin Rudolph on your radio.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. Show it what you want, show it what you need. My niggas run the game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleep. You got V12, I got 12 V's. Got bottles, got I'm all the way up. Show it what you want, I got what you need. Show it what you want, I got what you need.
If I was just another dusty record on the shelf, would you blow me off and play me like everybody else? If I asked you to scratch my back, could you manage that? Like if we had chicken Travie, I can handle that. Furthermore, I apologize for any skipping tracks. This is the last girl that played me, left a couple cracks. I used to, now I'm over that. Cause holding grudges over love is ancient artifacts. If I could only find a note to make you understand, I sing it softly in your ear and grab you by the hands. Keep me stuck inside your head like your favorite tune. And know my heart's a stereo, the only place for you.
My heart's a stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Make me your radio, turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you, so sing it. You could not go hard at each other like we're going to war. You and I go rough, we keep throwing things and slamming the door. You and I get so damn dysfunctional, we start keeping score. You and I get sick, yeah, I know that we can't do this no more. Yeah, but baby, there you go again, making me love you. Yeah, I stopped using my head, let it all go. Got you stuck on my body like a tattoo. And now I'm feeling stupid, falling back to you. So I cross my heart and I hope to die that I'll only stay with you one more night. And I know I said it a million times, but I'll only stay with you one more night.
Because when the sun shines, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each
Mixmaster
other.
Tony.
You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, 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 eh. Fancy things will never come in between. You're part of my entity, here for infinity. When the world has took its part, when the world has dealt its cards, if the hand is hard, together we'll mend your heart. You can run into my arms, it's okay, don't be alarmed. Come into me, there's no distance in between our love.
The voice of Rihanna at 6:30 all across the country, reminding us what we may need to walk with today. Yeah, with the rainy conditions out there, you may need to grab your umbrella, Ella, AA.
And
She's not lying, he's not lying, because today, March 25th, 2026, cloudy skies with isolated showers over coastal Guyana can be expected for the duration of the day. Isolated showers are expected in the inland areas during the afternoon time. The rainfall should range from about 5 to 25 millimeters, so we're seeing it going down. Hopefully that rings true. Temperatures should feel about 28 to 30 degrees Celsius out here on the coastline and 29 to 32 degrees Celsius in other areas. But the weather forecasters did say earlier this week we should be seeing a very wet couple of days. They did issue an advisory for the next 6 days.
Yeah,
and according to what we're seeing here, it should be continuing. That same weather pattern should be continuing on Saturday, seeing some lightning in those clouds. So, hopefully it clears up by then. But if you pop into your weather app on your cell phones, you're going to see it showing that same weather pattern. Lots and lots of rain for the next couple of days. And of course, today as well, seeing some good rainfall. Better to be prepared than to be caught out in it. Yeah, without an umbrella, without a raincoat, a hat, a jacket, something. Also think about the little ones, like Gordon would mention. Ensure they've got their rain boots. Their school areas might be a little bit flooded when you get there. You don't want to have them walking in that, okay? So make sure you've got the rain boots on for them, just in case, even if it doesn't turn out that you'll need it. Better to be safe than sorry, all right? Oh, also look out for your elderly, the elderly folks in your family as well. They're more prone to contracting diseases as they get a little bit older. So ensure they've got a protection as well. And if they don't need to go anywhere unless it's absolutely necessary, encourage them to stay home. Rest and relax at home.
Yeah, that's the full weather forecast here in Guyana. But as Tony's taking us to New York, let's tell you across here in New York, it's just about 39 degrees Celsius, and they should have some fair conditions out there today with sunny skies, but still that cold wind chill moving in over the New York area. So here comes Alicia Keys alongside Jay-Z, right?
Yes.
In New York. Let's go.
Mixmaster Tony.
In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow. But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem. All of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pulled me back to that McDonald's. Took it to my stash spot, 560 State Street. Catch me in the kitchen like a Simmons whipping pastry. Cruising down A Street, off-white Lexus. Driving so slow, but BK is from Texas. Me, I'm out that Bed-Stuy, home of that boy Biggie. Now I live on Billboard, and I brought my boys with me. Say what up to Tata, still sipping my ties. Sitting courtside, Knicks and Nets give me high five. Nigga, I be spiked out, I could trip a referee. Tell by my attitude that I most definitely from.
Mixmaster Tony on New Day.
It gets harder every day, but I can't seem to shake the pain. I'm trying to find the word to say, please stay. It's written all over my face that I can't function the same when you're not here. I'm calling your name and no one's there. And I hope one day you'll see nobody has it easy. I still can't believe found somebody new, but I wish you the best, I guess. 'Cause everybody knows that nobody really knows how to make it work or how to ease the hurt. We've heard it all before, and everybody knows just how to make it right. I wish we gave it one more try. waiting for? Come on, let me kiss that. Ooh, I know you missed that. What's wrong? Let me fix that. Twist that, baby. Tonight's the night I let you know. Baby, tonight's the night we lose control. Baby, tonight you need that. Tonight, believe that. Tonight I'll be the best you ever had. I don't wanna brag, but I'll be the best you ever had. I don't wanna brag, but I'll be the best you ever had. I'll hit you with the best stroke, freestyle in the breaststroke, till you're blowing cigarette smoke, and now the bed's broke. So what we gonna do now? Round two now. Work it out, then we cool down, cool down. Baby, tonight's the night I let you know. Baby, tonight's the night we lose control. Baby, tonight you need that. Tonight, believe that. Tonight I'll be the best you ever had. I don't wanna brag, but I'll be the best you ever had. I don't wanna brag, I'll be
You live in this life of love, right?
Can somebody explain to me why everybody is trying to be living like a celebrity, doing what they see on MTV? Ice is cool, but I'm looking for more. Simple things is what my heart beats for. I don't ask for much, having you is enough. You ain't got to buy nothing. Now what I want, baby, it's you. We don't have to go nowhere. Now what I want, baby, it's you. Love what you got, I know you got a lot. No matter what you do, you always give it out. Shoot, baby, I want it.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless. How could you be so heartless? Oh, how could you be so heartless?
How could you be so cold as the winter wind when it breeze, yo? Just remember that you talking to me, though. You need to watch the way you talking to me, yo. I mean, after all the things that we've been through. I mean, after all the things we got into. Hey, yo, I know what some things that you ain't told me. Hey, yo, I did some things, but that's the old me. And now you wanna get me back and you gon' show me. So you walk around like you don't know me. You got a new friend, well, I got homies. But in the end, it's still so lonely.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless. How could you be so heartless? Oh, it's hard to
Your mornings are a whole lot better.
Wake up, yo!
With New Day on Gomoseley Radio.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
614 your radio. Here comes MIA. She's been missing in action for a while, but we found her right here. A new day on Gomoseley Radio.
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name.
When I say I do it right, my confidence is peaking to be close to you tonight. Baby, this is human nature. Let's turn our gadgets off. Smoke a little vapor and stay up to the sun. I'm trying to lay you down easy. Say I mean no harm. Uncertainty is fleeting. I'm inspired by your charms. Imagine how I'm feeling, falling inches from your grace. I feel like Robin Marley, got me waiting here in vain. See, I'm trying to lay you down easy.
Touching the bone, this is true. And I love when the girl them a twist and turn up. Love when the girl them a kick and cock out. Yes I do. And all the ladies drive me so crazy. I wish that all of them can spend the night. All of the sexy girl them, this the wine your waist and tail. Now let me see you work it, put in overtime. And girl, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Team Soca. Go down, 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 go
Mississippi putting it down. I'm the hottest round. I told y'all y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Since you with me now, then biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style. Holla, holla. People sing around. Now people gather round. Now people jump around. Get your freak on. 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 Get your freak on.
He owned a couple acres, a couple fake visas, cause he never got his papers. Gave up on heartbreakers, but he was getting money with the movers and the shakers. He was mixed with a couple things, bought like a couple rings, bricks in a condo and grams to sing. Left arm, baby mother tatted. 5-year bid up north when they ratted. Anyway, I felt them, helped them, put them on lock, seat belt them, took them out to Belgium. Welcome, was this pretty? That's seldom. This box better than the
6:45 across the country. Time now for that Health Watch with Alana.
And today we're exploring the connection between sleep, stress, and your immune system. Now, your body does some of its most important repair work while you get your rest. During rest, your immune system produces proteins and cells that help to fight infection and inflammation. When sleep is disrupted, or, when you just don't get enough, this process is affected. Now, over time, this can actually reduce your body's ability to defend itself. Stress adds an entirely different layer. When you're under constant pressure, your body releases stress hormones that can suppress your immune function. That doesn't mean that all stress is bad, but chronic, unmanaged stress can take a toll. The combination of poor sleep and high stress will create a cycle. Now, the stress is going to affect your sleep. The poor sleep will increase your stress, and both will weaken your immunity. So it's kind of like, a circle that never ends. Breaking that cycle starts with small steps. So the first thing we want you to do is create a consistent sleep routine. Not just create it, but also stick to it. Limit screen time before bed. Take moments during the day to pause and breathe. That's most important. And step outside when you can for some fresh air, especially if you work in those closed up offices. Even short periods of relaxation can help to regulate your system. For your new day, remember that rest is not a luxury. It's a necessity when it comes to good health. That's your health for today, because for every new day, it deserves rest, balance, and of course, lots of care.
You got enough rest?
I got enough rest yesterday. So yesterday I came home I went home right after work, took a little bit of a nap, set my alarm, I woke up.
What do you call a little bit of a nap?
Like an hour and a half.
Okay.
Is that a nap?
That's a nap.
That's a nap. And the only reason that I actually woke up is because I set an alarm. I had an appointment to make, so I had to set an alarm to ensure that I got up. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I probably would have slept right through. And then last evening, I went to bed pretty early at about 8 o'clock. I was in bed and then woke up.
You slept through the night?
I slept through the night. Didn't have to get up. And, woke up this morning at 5. So I managed to catch up.
That's a lot of sleep.
On some... But remember I had a very hectic weekend.
That's a lot of sleep. From 8 o'clock last night to 5?
To 5. And I didn't wake up.
9 hours?
9 hours. I didn't wake up
Plus 1.5 earlier?
10.5 hours.
Look at you.
Do I look fresh?
You do. I was wondering, she got some good sleep.
Yes, I did. But sometimes when you have those hectic weekends, and this past weekend that went by I had a lot of things to do, and then you were out a lot, and so I felt like I could feel. And then Monday I didn't get enough. Tuesday night I got enough last night, but Monday night I didn't get enough. So you gotta catch up on it at some point, or else it's gonna catch up with you.
Like yesterday afternoon when I was going home around 5:30 thereabouts, I decided to use the old East Bank Road because around that time, the Heroes Highway would be backed up with traffic. It's the same thing on the old road.
Everyone else might have
yeah, because a lot of people take the traffic to get onto the bridge from there too. Because you have those two sections you can turn on to and get to Heroes Highway and then get on the bridge. But I was like, wow, you're trying to escape one and you end up in another. And so I was trying to get home because it was drizzling, right? So I was trying to get home to catch some sleep. What I got was like punishment. The sleep wasn't coming. Oh. And then just as I was about to prepare the new scripts and so for this morning, I fell asleep and had to jump myself back up. Because bootleg gives the manners wake you up. Right? So that woke me up. And so I got some work
That's
done.
Hunger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And bootleg, Embrace, you trust me.
I know we
You
went
wake
through
up.
this. Okay.
You wake up.
What did you have for dinner?
Some fish. Fried fish.
Okay. I thought it was the grilled fish that you always...
No, they were closed.
Okay.
I checked there first.
Maybe the weather.
That Jamaican grilled fish is really good.
Yeah.
And it's healthy too.
Okay.
But they weren't open yesterday, so I had to just have fried fish. And so that was about it. Then I did some reading and I got back to bed around 9 o'clock and slept to about 4 this morning.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't 10 hours and a half. He's smiling up in here this morning.
I was making up for lost time.
Okay, I hear you this morning. But catch your rest if you can, folks. As Alana would say, take a nap. Big people taking naps.
I love a nap. You remember, well, you would get in trouble as a child for not taking naps.
Yeah.
And then now, like, I want someone to force me to go and take a nap.
You come home from school, go take a nap.
Yeah, and you're like, no, I don't want to take a nap. And now that's sometimes I'm on the road doing stuff, and I'm just like, boy, my bed sure does seem like a great idea right now.
The parents used to get doing it. Go in your bed. You just come from school. Yes, go in the bathroom, then get your bed. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And you have no fan in your room, you know.
Heat.
It beats the perspiration when you get them, but those little sweaty naps you when you open the windows in the room for whatever wind is passing by to get in, and you lie down and stretch off there. Man, you say, Johnny, wake up, it beats the perspiration, but you say, wake up and you feel good.
Yeah.
It's homework in your tail. So you got to deal with that. By the way, this morning, the question of the day, do you think common entrance students are under too much pressure with extra lessons and study groups? Like, I cannot imagine common entrance children, grade 6 students, these are 10 and 11-year-olds, having study groups and going through extra lessons. What's going on? Are we putting them under too much pressure? Or is it the system that's putting them under too much pressure because they got to get so much marks to get to one of the top schools, as we would call them? So do you think we're putting our children under too much pressure? The NGSA students, those common entrance students, under too much pressure with the extra lessons and study groups? I remember seeing, from time to time, I would see parents at 5:30 in the morning taking their common entrance children to lessons. At 5:30 a.m. They got to get there at 6 o'clock for 1 hour of lessons or 2 before getting to school to do it all over again.
I think it's completely changed, because I remember my dad complaining about fetching my sister's backpack and how heavy it is. So they've got a lot of books, a lot of textbooks, lots of subjects. Yeah, it's
and then they got to study groups in the
having.
night. Like, what's going on? At 11 years old, you're in a study group?
Crazy work.
I can understand that for
CXC.
But
Sixth form, CAPE exams.
UG. But
let's talk about it.
We're going to be talking about it this morning. If you've got thoughts, you can take our numbers down. 615-8246. You can start sending those voice notes. We're going to play them after the 7 o'clock hour. Or you can call in after 7 o'clock on 504-5000. That's 504-5000. That's a landline number here at Gomoseley Radio. Or you can start sending those voice notes to 615-8246. This is the Sound of Now.
Sounding good all day on Gomoseley Radio.
Guyana, up your cash. Over 100 winners. More than $2.5 million in cash and prizes up for grabs. Win cash every week. Plus a chance to up your cash to $500,000. And that's not all. Win back your grocery bill up to $20,000 cash every week. Just grab any Buster Turbo Energy Drink, Fruitopia, Oasis flavored water, Fruita, or Viva Sparkling flavored water. Look for the code starting with BB, then visit at Buster Guyana on Facebook or Instagram for details. Up your cash today.
Get ready, Guyana! Something delicious is coming. The Tourism and Hospitality Association of Ghana invites you to Flame and Flavor, tapas, rum and wine under the stars. Happening Sunday, March 29th at the Railway Courtyard. Watch some of Ghana's top chefs cook live over open flame, creating bold, mouth-watering dishes right before your eyes. All powered by Massey Gas products. Stroll from station to station, savor incredible flavors, and sip refreshing cocktails from Gemini Cocktails and the Stella Rosa line of wines from the Wine Vault. Observing Lent, don't worry, there will be delicious menu options for you too. Tickets are available now. Call or WhatsApp 715-2883 for details, or follow Tapas Rum and Wine on Facebook and Instagram. Flame and Flavor, where fire meets flavor. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Mix FM, and Massey Gas Products.
Did you hear? Optical vouchers are open to all ages. Everybody, so bring them to Optic Menon. At Optic Menon, you'll find a wide selection of stylish frames, quality lenses, and expert services to help you see clearly and look great. If you received an optical voucher, our team will guide you through the process. Stop by Optic Menon today and make the most of your voucher. We'd love to see you at Menon.
At Fireside Grill and Chill, we take care of dinner time.
We use only fresh, clean ingredients to make mouth-watering masterpieces. Order our grilled lobster, salmon, ribeye steak, baby back ribs, snow crab legs, crab cakes, scallops, lobster roll, habanero chicken, burgers and wings for dinner tonight with delivery or pickup. Only at Fireside Grill and Chill, 139 Garnet Street, Kitty. WhatsApp 681-9306.
I'm the first geoscientist in my family. I know that's right.
Not to show off, but this Puerto Rican girl is the first wells engineer in my family.
And me? Well, I'm also the first geoscientist in my family.
Build Her celebrates Luana, Omika, and Melanie, who started as interns and are now building careers at ExxonMobil Guyana. Careers don't start at the top, they're built. Build Her, from interns to industry. Visit ExxonMobil Guyana on social media to learn more.
Sludge and engine deposits are the silent enemies of your car. They rob you of power and waste your money. But Shell Helix Ultra is built to fight back. This isn't your average oil. It's a fully synthetic powerhouse made with patented Pure Plus technology, converting natural gas into a 99.5% pure base oil. It doesn't just lubricate, it actively cleans, removing the harmful deposits other oils leave behind for a longer engine life and better fuel economy. Whatever you drive, we have your perfect match. Choose from the fuel-saving W20 or 5W30 for maximum efficiency, or step up to the heavy-duty 5W40 for total protection in our Guyanese heat. The evidence is clear. An engine that runs smoother and stays cleaner. Shell Helix Ultra, pure performance with every mile. Available at Massey Motors and authorized dealers nationwide.
Let the rhythm inspire you at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. Pure Jazz. Tuesday, May 5th, Grammy-winning Esperanza Spalding. Then on Thursday, May 7th, Branford Marcellus Quartet. May 6th, Kingdom Night. Gospel powerhouse Ty Tribbett. Ada AE. Then feel the rhythm at Caribbean Fusion. Friday, May 8th, featuring the original Wailers with Al Anderson. Skip Marley, Cast the Band. Emran Nerdy, Dexter Daps. World Beats. Saturday, May 9th, Afrobeat sensation Thames. Princess Lover, X-Man, Lou City, October 4, and Ella May. The ultimate celebration, Sunday, May 10th, featuring the legendary Billy Ocean. Beverly Knight, Mervyn Wilkinson, R&B icons Brandy and Monica. Online tickets available at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Sounding good all day on Gomoseley Radio.
Got a bed, get your name on it. Get your name on it. Got a kiss, get your name on it. Get your name on it.
$1,000 sheets. Waiting for you on some $1,000 sheets. I got caught at 3 on repeat. To the beat of on you. Got me acting like you got a milli on you. You say I'm the GOAT, you're the Billy on you. I can make all your dreams come true. Wanna fall through, then you better come true. Come true.
Don't make me wait until the morning. Got a bed, get your name on it. Get your name on it. Got a kiss, get your name on it. Get your name on it. Let me good, let me down, so turn me down. Got a bed, put your name on it. Put your name.
Check out Republic Bank for great deals and great offers with that Cash Bonanza. Available at the Republic Bank locations all across the country. Republic Bank time, it is 7 o'clock across Guyana.
Wake up! Rise and shine. It's a new day on Gomoseley Radio.
Good morning once again. It's time for a check of the latest from newssourcegy.com. Here is what we're tracking this morning. The government of Guyana is in talks with the U.S. and other partners about the establishment of an integrated system that would help to protect the country's airspace and its exclusive economic zone. The discussions are taking place against the backdrop of the continuous use of international waters and the exclusive economic zone of various countries, including Guyana, by criminals. The Guyana government has also expressed concern about flights by suspected narco-traffickers and drug planes in the country's airspace. Speaking to reporters on Monday, President Irfan Ali said the abuse of the country's airspace and its exclusive economic zone remains a critical issue. Earlier this month, Guyana joined the U.S.-led coalition to fight narco-terrorism in the Americas. President Ali said Guyana has taken an integrated approach to crime fighting that includes not only the U.S. but also with other bilateral partners in the region. He said those talks do not include the setting up of any military base here in Guyana by the U.S. However, he noted that Guyana has a long history of military and security partnership with the U.S. and the United Kingdom. CARICOM has announced that regional governments are preparing to dispatch humanitarian aid to Cuba, following a decision announced by CARICOM Chairman, Prime Minister Dr. Terence True, at a recent CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in St. Kitts Nevis. The announcement comes as Cuba is experiencing its worst economic and humanitarian crisis in more than 67 years, marked by a near collapse of the country's power grid, severe fuel shortages, and a scarcity of food and medicine. The current issues facing Cuba were triggered by a strict U.S. oil blockade and the collapse of the Venezuelan supplies. The country is faced with daily blackouts, leading to protests and record immigration. In a statement, CARICOM said the humanitarian effort is being coordinated by the CARICOM Secretariat in Georgetown. The CARICOM initiative is supported by the government of Mexico, which has identified suppliers in Mexico that are able to deliver items to the port of departure, and which will provide free shipment from Mexico to Cuba. Earlier this month, President Irfan Ali backed what he says is the changing of the status quo in Cuba, in line with a position taken by the U.S. President Donald Trump. The Mohammed's extradition hearing is facing another delay after the court was informed yesterday of businessman and opposition leader Azruddin Mohammed being diagnosed with dengue fever and therefore being unable to attend the hearing. The court yesterday summoned Dr. Kewal Dalip, who was listed on the medical documents provided to the court after the prosecution raised some concern over the diagnosis and the delays. Appearing outside the witness box yesterday, Dr. Kewal Dalip, who operates a medical center in Kitty, confirmed that Azruddin Mohammed was diagnosed with dengue fever on Monday. The doctor told the court that Mohammed would need a maximum of 12 days to recover fully from the mosquito-borne illness, and it was unlikely that he would be better before then. Asked by the principal magistrate if he was certain, Dr. Dalip responded in the positive. According to the doctor, Mohammed was prescribed with a number of medication to fight the infection, with at least some of the medication causing drowsiness, therefore making it difficult for him to even join the proceedings via Zoom. Special Prosecutor Glenn Hanneman told the court that on a closer examination of the medical certificate and documents provided to the court, a number of red flags were detected. The prosecution requested that Mohammed be subjected to a second blood test, but the request was rejected by the defense. Outside the courtroom, Prosecutor Hanneman told reporters that while the court may be satisfied with the information provided, he still has questions. Meanwhile, one of the attorneys for the Mohammeds, Royce Dilford, told reporters that the court has embarked on the most unusual course as he rejected the assertions made by the prosecutor, Glenn Hanneman. And finally, at this time, international news. A court in New Mexico has ordered Meta to pay $375 million for misleading users over the safety of its platforms for children. A jury found that Meta, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, was liable for the way in which its platforms endanger children and expose them to sexually explicit material and contact with sexual predators. New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres said the verdict is historic and marks the first time that a state has successfully sued Meta over child safety issues. A spokesman for the Meta company, which is led by Chairman and Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg, said the company disagrees with the verdict and intends to appeal. And that's the news for now. For the rest of today's top stories at your fingertips, head across to newssource.gy.com, powered by Gomoseley Media.
The sun is out. The sun is risen. And the new day is feeling good.
In one room, someone is playing a game. Focus, fully locked in. In another, a movie is playing while dinner is being sorted. One episode finishes and the next one starts. Down the hall, someone is on their phone, scrolling, posting, sharing what they're doing. And somewhere else, messages are being answered. A bit of work gets finished before the night ends. This is what days and evenings look like at home now. Everything happening at the same time. Fiber that fits your life. Make your move with one.
Looking for the perfect place to unwind, vibe out, and turn up and enjoy sound? Welcome to the Muse Bar on Mandela Avenue, where every night brings a different energy. Weekends mean top DJs, great drinks, smooth hookah, delicious food, and a crowd that knows how to party. And every Wednesday, don't miss R&B Wednesdays. Best R&B hits and the perfect midweek escape. Muse Bar, Mandela Avenue. Your nights always in right.
Hello?
You're late.
Remember I had to open that bank account?
Yeah, but I thought you were going to open a Republic Bank account online.
Wait, you mean I could open an account online?
Yes, using your phone, tablet, or computer. It's called Republic Onboard.
If you told me that this morning, I could have saved hours.
New and existing customers can open a Republic Bank account online and save time. Choose Republic Onboard today. Check republicguyana.com for more information.
So it's your fault I'm late.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Sludge and engine deposits are the silent enemies of your car. They rob you of power and waste your money. But Shell Helix Ultra is built to fight back. This isn't your average oil. It's a fully synthetic powerhouse made with patented Pure Plus technology, converting natural gas into a 99.5% pure base oil. It doesn't just lubricate, it actively cleans, removing the harmful deposits other oils leave behind for a longer engine life and better fuel economy. Whatever you drive, we have your perfect match. Choose from the fuel-saving W20 or 5W30 for maximum efficiency, or step up to the heavy-duty 5W40 for total protection in our Guyanese heat. The evidence is clear. An engine that runs smoother and stays cleaner. Shell Helix Ultra, pure performance with every mile. Available at Massey Motors and authorized dealers nationwide.
Calling all secondary school students, job seekers, and other interested persons. The University of Guyana's Open Day and Job Fair is back. Visit us at the Turkan campus on Friday, April 17 and Saturday, April 18, 2026 from 10 hours to 16 hours daily. Berbice campus on Friday, April 24, 2026 from 9 hours to 17 hours, and the Essequibo Technical Institute on May 8th from 10 hours to 15 hours. For more information, connect with us at the University of Guyana via Facebook and Instagram. Call 623-5904 or 620-3730 or email our marketing team at marketing@uog.edu.gy.
Could you possibly rewind and come again?
Rewind! The ultimate old school experience is coming your way on Friday, April 17th, 2026. Get ready to take it all the way back. Rock Nation Entertainment presents a night of pure retro vibes at Retrieve Hardcore.
Gates open from 8 p.m. sharp.
Featuring live out of Jamaica, Tony Mataron, alongside a powerhouse DJ lineup: DJ Dental, Father Moi, DJ Fearless, DJ Waterdog, DJ Boombread, plus Bobby Kush and Selector Jerome. Old school hits, classic vibes, non-stop energy all night long. Grab your tickets now from Blood Money Auto Spears, that's Storm Building. Extra online shopping on Celebrity Avenue. Soon taxi service through Pinhead Corner and Golden Taste Seafood and Bar at Fort Corner. And in Georgetown, Modern Jewelry on Hatfield Street.
Also enjoy VIP experience for just $10,000 and get free secure parking and bottle service.
Remember, early bird tickets cost $3,000
And you pay more at the gate.
Rewind, the ultimate old school experience. Don't you miss it.
Music just turns me on.
Kickstart your day or get a pick-me-up with coffee and pastries from Scoops at Royal Castle's Water Street location from 7:30 a.m. Monday to Saturday. Choose some cappuccino, French vanilla, salted caramel, mocha, or hazelnut coffee. And get your fill of spicy beef patties, chicken patties, pepperoni pie, or chicken curry pie. Have a coffee and pastry combo or try them on their own. Combos are $800 with an 8-ounce coffee and $1,200 with a 12-ounce coffee. Coffee only is $400 for an 8-ounce cup and $500 for a 12-ounce cup. Any pastry is $460. Where else will you get a tasty deal like that? Only at Scoops. Fuel your day with coffee and pastries from Scoops at Royal Castle Water Street.
STEM sits at the heart of oil and gas operations, where science, technology, engineering, and maths come together to solve real-world challenges. Embracing STEM builds confidence, talent, and national capability, and its impact goes beyond the energy sector. STEM helps protect our environment, improve safety, and support smarter decisions for Guyana's future. That's why oil and gas companies are invested in STEM opportunities for young people, because the skills we build today shape the nation we become tomorrow. Since oil production started offshore, oil and gas companies have been investing in the long-term development of Guyana. For more updates, visit www.oilnow.gy.
Guyana, it's time to level up your beauty game. Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin have officially landed at Glamour Beauty. Head to Glamour Beauty Movie Town to experience the full Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin lineup, featuring bold shades, flawless finishes, and products made for every skin tone. Join us for the official launch at Glamour Beauty Movie Town, Saturday, March 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fenty Beauty, available starting March 28th at Glamour Beauty.
Guyana Carnival just got hotter. Fireside Grill and Chill presents the Flavor and Flame Guyana Carnival Brunch. Get ready for a high-energy brunch experience where great food, sizzling grills, and carnival vibes come together. It's all happening Monday, May 25th at Fireside Grill and Chill, 154 Garnet Street. From the moment you arrive, the grills will be blazing, the drinks will be flowing, and the music will keep the energy high all day long. Enjoy delicious brunch and grilled favorites. DJ Energy and King Keeve bringing the hottest soca and party hits, live steel pan music giving you the true Caribbean Carnival vibe, and enjoy 2 levels of vibes and entertainment. It all goes down 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Whether you're kicking off your carnival day or just looking for the perfect place to lime, Fireside Grill and Chill is the place to be. Good food, good music, great people, pure carnival energy. For reservations, call 681-9306. Fireside Grill and Chill, where the flavor meets the flame.
Guyana, up your cash! Over 100 winners! More than $2.5 million in cash and prizes up for grabs. Win cash every week. Plus a chance to up your cash to $500,000. And that's not all. Win back your grocery bill up to $20,000 cash every week. Just grab any Buster Turbo Energy Drink, Fruitopia, Oasis Flavored Water, Fruita, or Viva Sparkling Flavored Water. Look for the code starting with BB, then visit at Buster Guyana on Facebook or Instagram for details. Up your cash today.
Always on, always with you. Gomoseley Radio.
Welcome back to New Day here on Go Moseley Radio. Gordon Moseley, Alana Bose, and of course the Mixmaster Tony keeping you company on this Wednesday morning. It is the 25th day of March in the year 2026. Great to have you tagging along with us this morning here on New Day.
Schedule your appointment with Ming's Optical today to get a comprehensive eye exam. Don't let undiagnosed glaucoma be the silent thief of your vision. Ask about their OCT or eye care package at their Georgetown and Rose Hall locations. Call Ming's Optical today, 225-4395.
Let me say good morning to the folks across there at Papa John's. Want to remind you should check out Papa John's today. They've got some great deals. And oh, that good pizza. Papa John's just made pizza night way better. On the weekends, buy any large pizza and upgrade to stuffed crust. Free. Yeah, that's free stuffed crust, hot, cheesy, and loaded with flavor. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Order now at Papa John's. Better pizza, better ingredients, Papa John's.
It's time to clear the floor at Giftland. They're making space for new arrivals, so everything must go. Enjoy huge markdowns on sofas, dining sets, bedroom furniture, and more. They're clearing the floor so you save more. Visit Giftland today. Limited time furniture liquidation sale.
Guyana, get ready this Saturday the 28th of March. It's Curry Fest 2026, the ultimate curry and roti making competition. Heck, going down at the Everest Ground. Come out and witness a battle for Curry King and Queen as top cooks compete for the chicken, duck, and roti making crowns. Best part? Admission is absolutely free. Don't you miss it this Saturday at Everest Curry Fest 2026. Where the flavor meets competition.
7:17 in the morning time. We're going to head right over to our question of the day. Do you think common entrance students are under too much pressure with extra lessons and those study groups? If you've got a thought and you want to share it with us, you can send us a voice note on 615-8246 or give us a call, 504-5000. Make sure you turn down those radios or, well, turn down however you're listening to us so we can hear you nice and clear over here. But again, do you think common entrance students are under too much pressure with extra lessons and study groups? As you know, we just wrapped up mock exams for those
the final home stretch of the big exams.
Exactly, and so they're preparing for what is going to actually be those exams in just a little bit. So do you think common entrance students are under too much pressure with those extra lessons and study groups? Gordon mentioned, children waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make it for 6 o'clock lessons. And then, of course, they've got to go into school from about 8 or 9 or whatever time they've got to get into school for. Do an entire day of school, mind you, extracurricular activities or whatnot. Afternoon lessons. They come home. They've still got homework to do. When they get home, they've got those assignments to work on. And sometimes parents even pushing in some one-on-one study lessons or study sessions. So is it too much? Give us a call. Tell us right now, 504-5000. That's our landline number. You can give us a call or listen. You want to send us a voice note? That's fine too. 615-8246. You should have that number stored in your phone by now. It's Go Moseley Radio. Don't know why you haven't done that yet. But we've got a caller on the line this morning. Good morning to you. You are live on New Day.
Good morning, Alana.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. DJ. I don't think so, Gordon. I don't think that under too much of pressure because it makes them to be better men and women as they grow into the world. It teaches them, number one, you got to wake up early in the morning to catch the 5 o'clock lesson, 5 to 6. It's very good because the mock exam, my great-grand, she brought force in the class, right? It inspired them to wake up early, to study, because remember now after common entrance, they got CSEC. And they're going to be more attuned to waking early because CSEC has got to go for 5 to 6 also. So it gives them a better thinking facility and a better working facility when they go into the working world. So I don't think it's too much of stress for them.
All right, Stay. Thanks a lot for that this morning.
Yes, darling.
Have a good day today.
You too, love.
720 across the country. Do you think common entrance students are under too much pressure with extra lessons and those study groups? For the common entrance exams, call us now on the radio, 504-5000 to share your thoughts with us, or you can WhatsApp us on 615-8246 here on Go Moseley Radio. One of our listeners has sent us a message. She's saying her son will be writing the upcoming NGSA exams, and she's actually feeling sorry for him. Because you can see naturally he's tired. She said school all day, lessons and extra online classes at night. Wow. And then he still has homework to complete for the next day. She says she tries her best to sit with him, giving words of encouragement, but it's really hard on them. Can't wait for the exams to be over. And that's coming from the parent of a common entrance child. We have someone online saying, I believe it's a blueprint for the professional world ahead. So someone agreeing with that. And we have somebody else saying, I think it's just too much pressure indeed. Half of what they have the kids on doesn't even come in the exams. And they're doing a consolidated curriculum. A parent told me that she wakes her child up at 4 o'clock in the morning to begin studying for common entrance. So folks, do you think that's just too much? Send us those voice notes, 615-8246, or call us on 504-5000.
And I mean, I'm not a parent, Gordon, but that person that just said this is the blueprint of, this is what it's going to be like in the future when you have these other big exams, university, CSEC, you're going to work. But you have to remember, these are 10 and 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
They have a lot of time to prepare for the working world. They've got some years to prepare for the working world. So just remember, at the end of the day, these are 10 and 11-year-olds that you're talking about.
I remember when I did common entrance way back when. When I did common entrance, you did afternoon, like a half-hour extra period in the afternoon with your class teacher.
Like a little revision amongst
like schools over at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Primary schools in Linden over at 2 o'clock, and you're probably there up until 2:30 or 3 o'clock if she really wants to get something in. But I cannot remember waking up to get to school, get to our lessons at 5 in the morning, and then going to another lessons after school.
It just seems too much. It just seems a little excessive,
I think,
on the outside looking in.
Yeah, but the parents have got to know. What are we doing? And is it putting these children under too much pressure? Because the thing is, I think, like a child will get 93 or 94% overall in these exams, and they tell them that's not good enough. So because to get to one of the top schools, you got to get over 99 or 98%. So, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you have all the schools on the same level of teaching and learning, and they have the same resources, like some countries you just move on to a secondary school.
In your area.
In your area.
Matter.
Because I think it's in Kitts, one of these small islands. Someone was telling me that, listen, they don't do all these big exams because they move them over to the secondary schools in their area because they have the same level of teaching, all the high schools. So whether you go to one in another area or one next door, you're exposed to the same level of teaching.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I understand trying to set your children up for success because it's never too early to start doing that. But you've also got to look at the toll that it takes on them. Like that parent that said that she noticed her child was looking very tired. Why is your 10 and 11-year-old tired?
At 4 o'clock in the morning, got to wake up at 4 to study?
Sometimes this can have an adverse effect. It might disenfranchise them from, like wanting to be more academic focused because of how stressed out or how stressful it is for them. So you've got to think about all those things. And once again, I'm very happy that I'm not a parent.
504-5000. You can call into us on the radio right now. 504-5000. You can also send those voice notes to 615-8246. 615-8246. If there are teachers out there, what are your thoughts this morning? I see another old teacher, and she's a common entrance teacher from back in the days, and she is saying she believes it's too much pressure too. You talk to a lot of teachers from back in the days, they'll tell you this what's happening now, didn't happen back then. Yeah. And you still had the young children going on to get good grades and doing well in high school. So what has changed?
Yeah, and this is a defining moment.
And we have another teacher messaging us, and she's saying, as a teacher, I have witnessed burnouts with students. Some students are being pressured at school, then pressured at home, with parents expecting, and then the lessons looking for results too. So yes, while some students can perform under pressure, for many it's very stressful. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Very interesting topic. Very interesting topic. As a parent who would have watched my child go through primary, secondary, now he's at university, it is, I'm going to say this in general, it's to each his own. That it is a bit much. And I've never been a parent who would have threatened my child and put so much pressure on them and try to live vicariously through him or her, because it is, the children come from headquarters with their own mandate. And what we have to do, we have to nurture them and encourage them. The amount of pressure that some of these children are under, what it leads to, and you would see when they go to secondary school, they're burnt out.
Yeah, that is true.
I make the QC, life finish. I relax now. I work hard for this. And that is not what you want. And that is what happens, because I used to be a teacher myself. And those are some of the things that you encounter when the children get to secondary school. So I think that we as parents, we have to be a little more cognizant of our children's ability, because, I mean, let me put it straight. You can't cut the head and put it inside. Everybody come with their own abilities and they learn differently. But we have to encourage them and support them. No threats and so on could make them achieve what they didn't assigned to accomplish. But I think that they're under a lot of pressure. And if you catch a little child in a corner, you have a real conversation with them, they will tell you that. So I think that probably as parents and so on, and even in the system, we should just try to ease up on them a little. Because I used to always talk to my child. I talk to him. I try to be as real as possible with him. And I found that worked for me. So, but like I said, it's to each his own. Everybody got to know, you know, what is it they want and so on. But I try to encourage him, and even for CSEC and stuff like that, he didn't go to much lessons and stuff like that, and he was among the top 60 for the country.
Nice. Congratulations.
So, right? And you have to know if your child is a self-starter. Some people start late, because when he started at Queen's College, he wasn't from Form 1 to 3 or so. His grades weren't all that. DXC, he did damn well, and I'm very, very proud.
Yeah.
So parents, let me take it a little easy. Let her go to the little 1 hour little afternoon lessons at the school, if the school is giving that, because that is what I did with him. I didn't wake him up for the whole 6 o'clock thing in the morning, because I felt that was a bit much. And he came out, just work with them, support them, encourage them, and it will be well.
All right, thanks for that this morning.
All right, then.
All right, thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah. And you know what we've noticed, what I've noticed too, Alana, like even the children now preparing to go into common entrance class September. They have them going lessons now.
Before.
These are the grade 5 students. You know, the 9 and 10-year-olds. We have them going to lessons. So where do you draw the line? And that's why I'm saying we've got to look at the education system and ensuring that all secondary schools are on that same level. They have the same amount of resources. So whether you pass for a Queen's College, or you pass for a Linden Foundation, or you pass for Anna Regina Multilateral, that you're getting the same level of teaching. Absolutely. You know, and that is something we've got to start looking at. So parents will not feel this need that your child must go to this one if you want them to come out good, as we would say. Good morning to you, caller.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Moore.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alana. So this is my opinion as a teacher. So at just 11, quite overwhelming for those kids, and I honestly believe that they're being overworked, because you have to wake up at 5 a.m. for lessons. That's one. Then you have to go to school all day. Then you do a little extra lessons and the study groups, as you guys mentioned. And I feel like it's all too much for a child, because even as an adult, I've had my overwork moments. I've had breakdowns because of studying too much. And I think at that age, they are still being developed. And I think that they need their rest as much as they need a little play. But the problem is, I also believe that some parents are quite unreasonable, because I think common entrance would have changed from the time I wrote it to now a great lot, because they're pushing these kids beyond their limits. And in some of these cases, I feel like it's more about the bragging rights than about their child's well-being. And it's not as if the child is writing CXC, where they need to prepare for like the next stage of life. So they're putting too much pressure on these children. I understand that education is important. We all want the best for our kids, but balance is just as important. And if we don't have rest or well-rested kids, what happens in the future when that child's brain is too tired?
Yeah.
What happens then? That's the problem, because even as adults, in weeks to come, we're not motivated to do something. Or we feel so tired to a point where we need a moment to rejuvenate and come again, but they're still kids. So they don't understand that. And then they might not want to express that to their parents, because it's like, oh, mommy wants to make sure that I get a good school. Daddy wants to make sure that I get a good school. I understand, but it's not CXC. It's not the world of work. They still have 5 years to catch up on that.
Yeah, totally agree with you.
Opinion on that this morning.
Thanks for that this morning. Thanks for calling in. Have a good day today. And another issue too, a lot of the private schools, and we sometimes allow them to get away with stuff. A lot of the private schools too are also putting the children under pressure because they want, when the education minister reads out those top students, you're seeing those names, the private schools, because then they'll get more business.
Right.
Because parents will say, you see, this school had 10
Good
people
results.
in the top 10, or that school had 15 in the top 100. So then they're putting the children under a lot of pressure too. Because like I said, a child gets 94, 95% in an exam, and you're telling them that's not good enough.
That's insane.
What are we doing with our children? We've got to look at the entire system, and if there are issues that needs to be fixed, we're a 0.5 or 0.001, because that's why I think parents push their children too, because the fact that a 0.001 or 0.002 can separate which school they go to, that is crazy. And so it's something that we've got to look to as a nation, because like I mentioned it to you off air this morning, sometimes I'm driving in and you're seeing parents dropping off their children at lessons at 5:30 in the morning. Good morning, caller.
Hi, pleasant good morning.
Good morning.
I know it is difficult, but it's the formula that have worked. I have 2 older children that are in secondary school. And Gordon, in primary school, I was very concerned about their level of working and coming up to the examination. And I enrolled them into lessons. And both of them got top secondary school. Now I have a 10-year-old. And so I did the same thing. It's the formula that worked. It is hard because you find at 8 o'clock at night, they're at lessons. You have to know. They're at school all day and they have to go to lessons after school. But for me, the attention that is paid to them at the lessons, they do not get it in the school. You still have to send them to school. And so that's the issue.
But tell me this, as a parent, didn't you at any point feel that that was too much, sending them to lessons at 6 in the morning and at 8 in the nights?
Yes, I do feel it, but that's the formula that works. I do feel it by myself. I feel sorry for my children. But then today I'm seeing them doing well. And I don't believe it would have been possible if they were not enrolled into the lesson.
All right. All right, thanks a lot for calling in this morning. And so you have a parent saying it's a formula that works, and he's tested for his children.
For his children.
Yeah, for his children.
You do also have to take that
worked.
into consideration as well, Gordon. Like you mentioned, you've got to know your parents. Someone on the Facebook Live saying, as a parent, I think it can be a bit too much, but you should know your child and whether if they can work under pressure or not. If your child can't handle the pressure, then of course you're going to break them and break their spirit, which is not what you're looking to do. So you've got to know your child too.
Yeah. Let's listen in.
Good morning. I think the workload is too much for the grade 6. Also, the extra lessons, it's also too much. I mean, I had my daughter, she used to take lessons, and lessons used to be up to 5:36. Then she get home, she study a little up to 11 and go to bed. I never wake her up during the night to study. And she was successful at common entrance. Today she's a lawyer. And my son also, when he was in common entrance class, I did the same lessons after school. And when you came home in the afternoon, I do some revision with you and you go to bed. And he wrote, he's at West End Secondary. So I think it's early morning lessons and the late afternoon and the waking up early is too much. And yes, indeed, children burn out. When they reach the secondary school, they don't able work anymore, most of them.
That is true. Thanks for letting us know about that this morning.
Someone else, popping in and saying that, we need to teach our children about balance, about recognizing burnout and teaching them healthy coping strategies because it translates to being adults who can't balance their lives. She's saying that, she's an adult, she's grown up, and sometimes she says she wants to sit down and cry when she's overwhelmed. Not everything is about lessons. And she says that lessons, some parents use it almost like a daycare for their children. So, it's about balance.
Yeah. It is a troubling thing, but like some parents say they know their children. Mm-hmm. All right, so I figure you can understand that. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome to the program. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I agree with that.
I think you're listening to the program in the background, but the delay there. You can call us on 504-5000 or send us a voice note to 615-8246. We've got another voice note here to listen to.
Morning, Gordon and Alano. I wrote Common Entrance in 1998, and it was pressure for me then. I remember, in that time we used to walk to school, you got a bag full of books on your back. Mind you got a lesson you got to go to in the afternoon. When you get home, you got to do your house, your chores, and then you still got to pick up your book before you go to work, before you go to bed at night. And it was pressuring. And now with technology, because back then we had technology where they have this online class and this project to finish and these digital age, it must be pressuring for these children. And back then we had, and one of the things that happened, I got 484, I remember till this day. Gordon, till now I'm proud about my 484. And I tell my children and other my nieces and them how proud I am and how hard I had to work as a motivation for them. But indeed, it's pressuring for them children. It's really pressuring, especially with the technological age.
Thanks a lot for that this morning. Someone online is saying, I've never been to lessons, weird hours, and I have a little sister who just finished writing NGSA, and she didn't either. I went to Annandale Secondary School, and my sister is at Golden Grove Secondary School, and I was an A student at Annandale, and she's saying her sister is now an A student at that school. She's attending Golden Grove Secondary. So you see, that's the next thing too. And we just have to get the secondary schools up to that same level so parents wouldn't feel the need that you must go to this school if you want to do well. Schools. Yeah. Good morning to you, caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. I think we just lost that caller. 504-5000, of course, if you're listening to us in the background, you might want to turn that down as you're calling into us. But this is New Day here on Gomoseley Radio. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I do believe it's a lot of pressure on our kids. I have a son who's writing NGSE in the next couple of weeks. The pressure's on for me and for him. I think the pressure comes because we all know that the quality of education is not the same across schools. So all of us want the best for our kids, you know. You must secure a top 5. And I think that's where the pressure comes. In the afternoon, after school, there's lessons. Then there's lessons again at 6:30 online, of course. So for me, what I do, if he starts after that 6:30 lessons, then he goes to bed. He opts to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I do allow him to, but that's not like a constant thing. So once he puts in that hour or so before or after the 6:30 lessons, then I'm good. And I don't want him to feel overworked and all of these things. Because the pressure is coming from the parents, the teachers, and also them wanting the best for themselves, you know. So even though, well, he did secure 96.6 for the NGS Mach 2, but I still tell him, you know, you got to work a little harder because it's so competitive. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is worrying. And you know what the funny thing is too? Like I even see parents, the children do lessons Monday to Friday, early in the morning and late afternoon into evenings and the study groups. Then on Saturday, they have Saturday morning lessons.
Yeah.
And on Sunday for 3-4 hours, they're doing another lessons. Like, no, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's crunch time, so I understand the Sunday lessons now. But before, I never used to allow it because I just think that he's still a child and he has time, you know, so...
Now, let's see how it works out there.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in this morning. And let me say thanks to all those folks who are sending a lot of voice notes now. I'm going to try to play some of them. We got some interviews to get to. Let's listen into some of the voice notes.
Hi, Gordon and Alana. Good morning. As a parent who is supporting my daughter as she prepares for the grade 6 exam, I believe that there are different formulas that work. I listened to the caller before who indicated that for their child, the early morning, the late evenings. What I found and the strategy that we have employed is that we started the preparations very early. So from July of last year, we began past papers, doing some lessons in key areas that needed the improvement. And actually what we have also considered is that currently heading into the exam for the final few weeks, we're able to wind down, go to bed earlier, relax a bit more, because by now you're able to identify the specific areas that need work, and it means that you can zero in on the direct practice. So I think that if I were to give advice to a parent who is preparing their child next year, I would highly recommend that you begin early so that you can give them measured work, and in that way they can still mix work and play and preparing for this exam that is indeed important to them, but also without risking the burnout that can come. And more than that, them being able to still have a good opportunity to perform well.
All right, thanks a lot for that. You know what I'm going to do? Probably, but after the common entrance exams, because it's just a month away, I have a good friend who's a psychologist, and she's dealt with children and so before. So I'm trying to get her, she's based in the U.S. I'll try to get her on the program to also talk about that issue, that side of it, and how that might be affecting children mentally, because, you know, many of us are not sure how it's affecting them mentally. And, you know, we just got to take better care of them. But I think, you know, like one person is saying, it is a problem with the school system and the fact that they've got to get this to reach a certain level. Let's listen into one more voice note before we wrap this segment up.
The problem is the schools. The education system in Guyana, that's the problem. Not the lessons. Putting children in school after they're already going to school is a big problem. Children need to do other things outside of school, and it is a scientific fact. I don't make the rules. It's a scientific fact that DNA controls how intelligent you're going to be. Can't make the child brighter than they already are.
That is true too. It is 7:44. This is Gomoseley Radio, and the conversation will continue, but we've got some interviews to prepare for. So stay with us here in the program.
Shut up, don't say a word. Don't wanna tell me you love me.
was giving my heart to you, you gave my love away. Backed up and walked out. You left me
Team
so
Soca.
lonely.
Team Soca.
But life is short, live on.
Mix Master Tony.
I choose to smile. Take a little wine tonight. Shooting for the stars. I'm floating on the night. This music got me high. I'm celebrating life tonight. Soca music came and set me free, girl. I move for you. Soca music got me bubbling, I just can't stop for you. Take a wine with the girl, them and then I jump up. It's so true. Everything is alright once we be a in the truck. Cause you walking up, girl, cock it up, can't get it up. Do anything.
What girl me like? One for the little miss tight, put your hands up. What girl me like? Yeah, bad girl I'm tight, nothing around.
I'm addicted to bad girl.
Bad girl I'm tight, nothing around.
I'm addicted to bad girl.
Bad girl I'm tight, nothing around.
I'm addicted to bad girl. Team Soca. Mix Master Tony. Yeah. I'm addicted to bad girl. Wake up to Gordon, Alana, and Mix Master Tony on New Day. Bad girl. I'm addicted to bad girl. I'm addicted to bad girl. I'm addicted to bad girl. Bad girl.
She little bad, she little good, she little sweet, she little rude.
Baby, you drive me crazy. Save me from myself. Feel I might need some help. Help with my addiction. Hooked on bad, oh man, girl, you feed my soul. More precious than diamond and gold. In this your cold world, still I love a bad girl. Yeah. I'm addicted to bad girl. I'm addicted to Team Soca. I'm addicted to bad girl.
Both at the same time, see me high and drunk at the same time. Girl at the same time, finding on to girl at the same time. Yeah, both at the same time, see me high and drunk at the same time. Girl at the same time, finding on to girl at the same time. See me drunk over woman and me high over the music. So that's so nice that nobody can refuse it. Drunk over woman and me high over the music. So that's so nice that nobody can refuse it.
Morning, Gordon. So for me, I think it's too much pressure, and I want to do a little comparison with what is considered the best education system in the world, Finland. If you look at how they do education, they don't even do any testing or anything with a child until that child hits about age 7, I believe. We started with our kids, not even nursery. We're doing since preschool now. So by the time they hit nursery, we already start that pressure with them. And then we continue increasing that pressure all the way up to common entrance. And not only that, when the children get breaks in the summer, instead of leaving these children to run around and have a good time, these children are placed back in lessons, so they are not getting any breaks. And a lot of times what you find, and teachers have been complaining, is that by the time the children hit high school, they burn out. They don't even want to do the work at all. We have a child in grade 1, and the child is not interested in any work now because of that pressure placed on the child during the common entrance period. So yeah, it's a real thing, and it's too much pressure for our children. And the next point is, does it really matter in the long run? We've had children attend our very top schools, and children attend schools that we don't consider one of the top schools. But in the long run, the children come out into society, and they're worthwhile citizens of society. They're doing very well. In fact, some children that went to schools that we consider low schools are sitting in some of the best positions in our country, in our judiciary. They're teachers, etc. You can look at it and you'll see that. So does it really matter in the long run? Is it worth the while for us to put our children through this intense pressure so young, considering again what it is we're looking to get and the successes we want for our children in the long run?
All right, thanks a lot for that this morning. It is 7:48 across the country. There's a big event coming up this weekend. And we have joining us from the Tourism and Hospitality Association online this morning, Beyonce. Good morning, Beyonce. How are you doing?
Good morning. I am good. How are you guys?
I saw Beyonce was joining us, and I was super excited. It's like, I was like, how's Jay-Z doing? When I said, oh, it's a local Beyonce, I said, okay, well, she'll do. So there's a big event coming up this weekend. Flame and Flavor, right?
Yes, Flame and Flavor, tapas, rum, and wine under the stars. Yes.
So tell us about this event.
So it's a signature. It builds off of our signature event, tapas, rum, and wine, which we usually have in this October-November time. So tapas, rum, and wine is usually indoors at the Marriott. But Flame and Flavor, we're taking it up a notch. So it's going to be outdoors, and chefs will be able to really showcase their creativity. So it'll be open flame. You'll see the chefs in action, literally creating their dishes live.
And I think that's the part that's going to make it a lot of fun for some people, because I've been following the page, by the way, and I've seen, you've been announcing the various chefs that you're going to be having there. So they're actually going to be cooking in real time. You're going to get to walk in and smell everything that's happening.
Definitely. It will really help, because I know these chefs, conversing with them, conversing with our culinary committee, they have been asking, look, tapas, rum, and wine, we love it, but we need something more. We need to showcase. This is too stifling. We need something more to showcase our creativity, to, liven up the thing a bit more. So this is Flame and Flavor.
So it's taking place on Sunday, right?
Yes, it's happening this Sunday, March 29th, at the Railway Courtyard from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
That's right.
There's a nice little... Correct. On Lamaha and High Street, I think. Yes.
Yeah. So when they come down there and they walk into that venue, it's a beautiful venue, by the way. What can persons expect to see outside of the chefs cooking? Tell us, what will we see?
So apart from the chefs, we have also, same as important as the chefs, are the beverage partners. So we got Gemini cocktails on board. And if you've been to our Tapas, Rum, and Wine event, previous Tapas, Rum, and Wine event, they bring their A game always. So they'll be doing their signature cocktails. They'll have flaming shots as well. We have the wine vault. They'll be doing their Stella Rosa wines and their Stella Rosa wine cocktails as well. What we'll also have on board are 4 women-owned businesses.
Okay.
So we are partnering with the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security through their We Lift program. And through that, we have 4 women-owned businesses on board. So we have persons like Dixie Punch, the cream, who she's going to be highlighting her cream liqueur products. And then we have persons who are doing their handmade jewelry. So there's a lot of experience. We'll have live entertainment. Able Stokes will be performing live again. So it's going to be a nice culinary experience, a nice interactive and immersive experience to just come out, enjoy, relax, and have a good Sunday evening.
So where can we get tickets, and how much are those tickets, the price?
So tickets cost $6,000. That includes the admission, and you get 1 pre-selected beverage from either of our beverage partners. So additional food and beverages will be available for purchase at the event. You use food chits, and that is what you use to go to the different chefs. But the good thing is that you can purchase those chits using your debit card, your credit card, MMG, or cash.
Nice.
And of course,
to get your
go ahead. Sorry.
To get your tickets, we have 7 ticket locations across Georgetown. So at the Tax Secretariat, you got that Scotty's Smokehouse, Bistro Cafe and Bar, Le Chef, that's Chef Dustin, the Avenue Cafe, Fresh Cafe, the Wine Vault. And also for persons, we know traffic in town is crazy, especially with the rain. It just amps up that traffic. So you can also pay via MMG. So you pay via MMG, you pay via bank transfer, and then you pick up your ticket either later on at the Tax Secretariat or at the event.
Sounds good.
And you've got some a really great lineup of chefs, just circling back to that part. You're going to be having some of them out there. And if you follow the page, everybody, I want to encourage you to just do that. Tapas, Rum and Wine. You can find them on Instagram. You've got chefs from popular places. So you've got Chef Stephen Kanai from the Avenue. You've got Chef Miles from Realm, Chef Lennox Scott from Scotty's Smokehouse, and then of course you've also got Chef Dustin, among others, that are going to be cooking up a storm out there on Sunday.
Yes, and the good thing is that they're catering for persons observing Lent as well.
Okay.
So they're also incorporating those vegetarian options for those fasting. So everybody can come out and have and experience this event.
And what time is the start time?
So it starts from 6 p.m. sharp. So come out and enjoy.
Nice. We look forward to that this Sunday down there at the railway.
The courtyard.
The railway courtyard, they call it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the railway courtyard.
Right on Lamaha Street, just close to Main Street or High Street there. And come out and be a part of this event. And we look forward to being a part of Flame and Flavor. Really nice concept, a nice venue too. So we're going to be out there on Sunday from 6 p.m. You ain't got to tell me twice once you got all that cooking going on.
Looking forward to seeing you both there.
Thanks a lot, Beyonce. Have a great day today.
You as well. Thank you.
7:56 across the country. We're just talking with Beyonce Atkinson, the marketing coordinator of the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana. They're hosting that big event, Flame and Flavor, this Sunday. So grab your boo or your bae and bring on the family too. And just go out there and have a good event. Or go solo.
That's it.
Take
your friends.
Take your friends. Have a good time out
eat
there.
some good food.
They're going to have good food out there.
And if you check out their Instagram or their Facebook page, you're going to get to see some of the chefs that are going to be cooking out there. They've actually released some of the menus.
Oh.
So you get a chance to see what each restaurant, in a sense, is offering, or each chef is offering. You can kind of peruse it and see, this sounds interesting. This is something I'd want to try. They've also got the cocktail menu up there too, because you got to take a little sip,
a little something,
some
Drink
when
responsibly.
You go. Absolutely, must be 18 and older. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fantastic event. I can't wait to attend.
Yep. And just a quick reminder, folks, it's 6 days to go to remove your tint. Right, so the countdown is on.
We should have a tint countdown.
Tint countdown. Yesterday, I saw someone putting on very dark tint on their car, a new car. And I was like, oh, good luck. You drive for a good 6 days.
You got 6 days of fun with that. And good morning to all the people who say, they've got the hookup. They're not worried. The connect. They've got the direct line. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck with that, you and Dish.
Just look how we drinks and get done. Come let me play a master of money. Woman, you better tell a lie yet. I love your energy and
Team Soca.
You feel like I promise you when I rise. Hey, tonight I swear you're going to be mine. Mood. Hey, I keep wine on a bumper too, darling. I'm feeling to wine and break way. Yeah, I'm in a party mood. Come let me take a jump till the morning. Out on the road, just look how we drinks and get to be free, there's so much energy there inside me. See them gal bubbling up, watch them bumpers erupt, it's crazy. Nowhere else can you see anyone if that is we come and join in. I'll be there once a year, no second chances. So if the man wants a wine, y'all just give him a wine, it's ain't nothing. And if the cup run empty, we go full in for free, cause we liming. And when the sun starts,
Time check for you. It is 8 o'clock across the country.
Download the Gomoseley Radio app in your Play Store and App Store and keep us on.
Good morning once again. It's time for a check of the latest from newssourcegY.com. Here is what we're tracking this morning. The government of Guyana is in talks with the U.S. and other partners about the establishment of an integrated system that would help to protect the country's airspace and its exclusive economic zone. The discussions are taking place against the backdrop of the continuous use of international waters and the exclusive economic zone of various countries, including Guyana, by criminals. The Guyana government has also expressed concern about flights by suspected narco-traffickers and drug planes in the country's airspace. Speaking to reporters on Monday, President Irfan Ali said the abuse of the country's airspace and its exclusive economic zone remains a critical issue. Earlier this month, Guyana joined the U.S.-led coalition to fight narco-terrorism in the Americas. President Ali said Guyana has taken an integrated approach to crime fighting that includes not only the U.S. but also its other bilateral partners in the region. He said those talks do not include the setting up of any military base here in Guyana by the U.S. However, he noted that Guyana has a long history of military and security partnership with the U.S. and the United Kingdom. CARICOM has announced that regional governments are preparing to dispatch humanitarian aid to Cuba, following a decision announced by CARICOM Chairman, Prime Minister Dr. Terence True, at a recent CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in St. Kitts Nevis. The announcement comes as Cuba is experiencing its worst economic and humanitarian crisis in more than 67 years, marked by a near collapse of the country's power grid, severe fuel shortages, and a scarcity of food and medicine. The current issues facing Cuba were triggered by a strict U.S. oil blockade and the collapse of the Venezuelan supplies. The country is faced with daily blackouts, leading to protests and record immigration. In a statement, CARICOM said the humanitarian effort is being coordinated by the CARICOM Secretariat in Georgetown. The CARICOM initiative is supported by the government of Mexico, which has identified suppliers in Mexico that are able to deliver items to the port of departure, and which will provide free shipment from Mexico to Cuba. Earlier this month, President Irfan Ali backed what he says is the changing of the status quo in Cuba, in line with the position taken by the U.S. President Donald Trump. The Mohammed's extradition hearing is facing another delay after the court was informed yesterday of businessman and opposition leader Azraddin Mohammed being diagnosed with dengue fever and therefore being unable to attend the hearing. The court yesterday summoned Dr. Kewal Dalip, who was listed on the medical documents provided to the court after the prosecution raised some concern over the diagnosis and the delays. Appearing outside the witness box yesterday, Dr. Kewal Dalip, who operates a medical center in Kitty, confirmed that Azraddin Mohammed was diagnosed with dengue fever on Monday. The doctor told the court that Mohammed would need a maximum of 12 days to recover fully from the mosquito-borne illness, and it was unlikely that he would be better before then. Asked by the principal magistrate if he was certain, Dr. Dalip responded in the positive. According to the doctor, Mohammed was prescribed with a number of medication to fight the infection, with at least some of the medication causing drowsiness, therefore making it difficult for him to even join the proceedings via Zoom. Special Prosecutor Glenn Hanneman told the court that on closer examination of the medical certificate and documents provided to the court, a number of red flags were detected. The prosecution requested that Mohammed be subjected to a second blood test, but the request was rejected by the defense. Outside the courtroom, Prosecutor Hanneman told reporters that while the court may be satisfied with the information provided, he still has questions. Meanwhile, one of the attorneys for the Mohammeds, Roysdale Ford, told reporters that the court has embarked on the most unusual course as he rejected the assertions made by the prosecutor, Glenn Hanneman. And finally, at this time, international news. A court in New Mexico has ordered Meta to pay $375 million for misleading users over the safety of its platforms for children. A jury found that Meta, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, was liable for the way in which its platforms endanger children and expose them to sexually explicit material and contact with sexual predators. New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres said the verdict is historic and marks the first time that a state has successfully sued Meta over child safety issues. A spokesman for the Meta company, which is led by Chairman and Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg, said the company disagrees with the verdict and intends to appeal. And that's the news for now. For the rest of today's top stories at your fingertips, head across to newssourcegY.com, powered by Gomoseley Media.
Ready, Guyana! Something delicious is coming. The Tourism and Hospitality Association of Ghana invites you to Flame and Flavor Tapas Rum and Wine Under the Stars, happening Sunday, March 29th at the Railway Courtyard. Watch some of Ghana's top chefs cook live over open flame, creating bold, mouth-watering dishes right before your eyes, all powered by Massey Gas products. Stroll from station to station, savor incredible flavors, and sip refreshing cocktails from Gemini Cocktails and the Stella Rosa line of wines from the Wine Vault. Observing Lent, don't worry, there will be delicious menu options for you too. Tickets are available now. Call or WhatsApp 715-2883 for details or follow Tapas Rum and Wine on Facebook and Instagram. Flame and Flavor, where fire meets flavor. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Mix FM, and Massey Gas Products.
Wake up! Rise and shine. It's a new day on Gomoseley Radio.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive. Pizza just the way you like it. You already know we're the Pizza King. One bite into flavor and thin crust makes you wanna say, hey, nobody do it like we do. Every single bite and you can taste the flavor coming through. Every day is fresh ingredients. Guyana, we wanna show you how much we love you. Feel the love, Mario. Pizza just the way you like it. You already know we're the Pizza King. One bite into flavor and thin crust makes.
This Mother's Day, treat those special ladies to something extra special. Father Moe and Determined Family Enterprise presents RWB, Roses, Wine and Brunch.
Wine and roses for my baby.
Join us on Sunday, May 10th at the BV Ground Tarmac, East Coast, Demerara. Gates open from 3 p.m. for an unforgettable afternoon of great food, fine wine, and amazing vibes. Enjoy entertainment by Super Ray. DJ Aquilo, Father Moe, Gully Ras, Big Papa, and Mikey Spice. Plus, over $600,000 in giveaways. Early bird admission just $4,000, or go elevated VIP for $12,000. RWB, Roses, Wine, and Brunch. Sunday, May 10th at the BB Ground Tarmac. Celebrate those special ladies the way they deserve. Compliments of Barefoot Wine, Hennessy, Heineken, Tropical Rhythm, Enet, Always, Pro Graphics, Caviar Coley, 94.1 Boom FM, Moet, and Fireside Grill and Chill.
Ice the cocoa tea, the sugar, and together we are complete, darling.
Please drink responsibly.
Let the rhythm inspire you at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. Pure Jazz. Tuesday, May 5th, Grammy-winning Esperanza Spalding. Then on Thursday, May 7th, Branford Marcellus Quartet. May 6th, Kingdom Night. Gospel powerhouse Ty Tribbett. Ada AE. Then feel the rhythm at Caribbean Fusion. Friday, May 8th, featuring the original Wailers with Al Anderson. Skip Marley, Cast the Band. Imran Nerdy, Dexter Daps. World Beats, Saturday, May 9th, Afrobeat sensation Thames. Princess Lover, X-Man, Lou City, October 4, and Ella May. The Ultimate Celebration, Sunday, May 10th, featuring the legendary Billy Ocean. Beverly Knight, Mervyn Wilkinson, R&B icons Brandy and Monica. Online tickets available at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Did you hear? Optical vouchers are open to all ages. Everybody, so bring them to Optic Menon. At Optic Menon, you'll find a wide selection of stylish frames, quality lenses, and expert services to help you see clearly and look great. If you received an optical voucher, our team will guide you through the process. Stop by Optic Menon today and make the most of your voucher. We'd love to see you at Menon.
Looking for the perfect place to unwind, vibe out, and turn up enjoy sound? Welcome to the Muse Bar on Mandela Avenue, where every night brings a different energy. Weekends mean top DJs, great drinks, smooth hookah, delicious food, and a crowd that knows how to party. And every Wednesday, don't miss R&B Wednesdays. Best R&B hits and the perfect midweek escape. Muse Bar, Mandela Avenue. Your nights always in right.
20 years of churches, chickens, you and us, and there is nothing missing. So many friends and strangers pass through our doors, and they always come back for more. Feel the love. Guyana, the love keeps growing, and we're thankful for the support you are showing. There's so many locations and much more to come. It's gratitude and celebration. Can you feel the love? 20 years of churches, chickens, you and us, and there is nothing missing. So many friends and strangers pass through our doors, and they always come back for more. Feel the love.
STEM sits at the heart of oil and gas operations, where science, technology, engineering, and maths come together to solve real-world challenges. Embracing STEM builds confidence, talent, and national capability, and its impact goes beyond the energy sector. STEM helps protect our environment, improve safety, and support smarter decisions for Guyana's future. That's why oil and gas companies are invested in STEM opportunities for young people, because the skills we build today shape the nation we become tomorrow. Since oil production started offshore, oil and gas companies have been investing in the long-term development of Guyana. For more updates, visit www.oilnow.gy.
Deck the halls with Bowser.
This is your time.
Yeah, but we didn't get all we needed last Christmas, and now we can.
Republic Bank Cash Bonanza.
Let's renovate our home and purchase appliances.
And plan a trip with the kids.
Or buy a new car.
Republic Bank Cash Bonanza. Same-day approvals. Apply in person or safely online. Plus a chance to win lots of prizes. This is your time to get what you need. Republic Bank Cash Bonanza.
Calling all secondary school students, job seekers, and other interested persons. The University of Guyana's Open Day and Job Fair is back. Visit us at the Turkan campus on Friday, April 17 and Saturday, April 18, 2026 from 10 hours to 16 hours daily. Berbice campus on Friday, April 24, 2026 from 9 hours to 17 hours, and the Essequibo Technical Institute on May 8th from 10 hours to 15 hours. For more information, connect with us at the University of Guyana via Facebook and Instagram. Call 623-5904 or 620-3730 or email our marketing team at marketing@uog.edu.gy.
Could you possibly rewind and come again?
Rewind, the ultimate old school experience is coming your way on Friday, April 17th, 2026. Get ready to take it all the way back. Rock Nation Entertainment presents a night of pure retro vibes at Retrieve Hardcore.
Gates open from 8 p.m. sharp.
Featuring live out of Jamaica, Tony Mataron, alongside a powerhouse DJ lineup: DJ Dental, Father Moi, DJ Fearless, DJ Waterdog, DJ Boom Bread, plus Bobby Kush and Selector Jerome. Old school hits, classic vibes, non-stop energy all night long. Grab your tickets now from Broad Money Auto Spears, that Storm Building, extra online shopping on Celebrity Avenue, Soon Taxi service through Pinhead Corner, and Golden Taste Seafood and Bar at Fort Corner. And in Georgetown, Modern Jewelry on Hatfield Street.
Also enjoy VIP experience for just $10,000 and get free secure parking and bottle service.
Remember, early bird tickets cost $3,000
and you pay more at the gate.
Rewind, the ultimate old school experience. Don't you miss it.
Music just turns me on. Sounding good all day on Gomoseley Radio.
"15 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour, welcome back to New Day here on Gomoseley Radio. Gordon Mosley keeping you company alongside Alana Bose and the mix master, Tony. It's a nice Wednesday morning here in Georgetown. Pretty nice weather on the outside for now. Although the weatherman is promising that we could see a little bit of rainfall today. Of course, if you're celebrating a birthday today, we want to wish you all the best and God's blessings and love, and hope you'll be having a fabulous birthday today. Happy birthday greetings are going out this morning to Troy Edmondson, and he's getting greetings from his loving wife Lisa and his entire family circle, and the folks down there at Pixel Graphics too. They're all coming together to wish you all the best on your birthday today, Troy Edmondson. So here's hoping you have a really, really good birthday today. Birthday greetings are also going out this morning to Akila Corlett, who's celebrating her big birthday today. And she's getting greetings from her parents, her sister, her cousins, her aunts, and her Uncle Carlos. They're all wishing you all the best on your birthday today. Of course, Grandma Joni also wishing you the best on your birthday today, Akila Corlett. So have a great birthday today.
Guyana, it's time to level up your beauty game. Fenty Beauty, Fenty Skin, and Fenty Fragrance have officially landed, and they're here to slay. Head down to Glamour Beauty to swatch, blend, and glow with the full Fenty lineup featuring bold shades, flawless finishes, and products made for every skin tone. Join them for the official launch at Glamour Beauty Movie Town on Saturday, March 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fenty Beauty available starting March 28th only at Glamour Beauty.
Sounds good. 70 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour. In just a bit, we'll be talking with Dr. Karen Cooper. She'll be telling us about some of the work she's been doing here in Guyana. She'll be joining us on camera via Zoom from the Rupununi region. So we'll be checking in with her in just a bit right here on Gomoseley Radio. But right now, it's 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Time to welcome you to the capital. The same beat on that song. This is Who My Show? Okay, it's my show. Let's go.
Team Soca.
Showtime in 5, so let we start it. Is that the bass from the truck or your heartbeat? Nervous energy, and it look like stage right to me. Front page is where legends belong, but backstage is where legends are born. Look how much security. Like is the stage of right now, we are telling you. They say you're only as good as your last performance. Road long, but we have endurance. Stamina make we last for weeks. Now we turn the mass to a masterpiece. Last year was good, but we chasing greatness. That's why they call this show the greatest. I know we've been here before, but people want more. This is the encore. Let me give them, give them, give them, give them, give them, give them performance. the carnival. There's no better place. I cannot erase all these memories we create out along. Hello from the capital. It's we who bring life to the bacchanal. Let me show you the reason we feeling for this kind of feel. Down in the capital now. Hey, hey, hey. Pick up your foot and stop it on the ground. Hey, hey, hey. Pick out the rag and wave it all around. Hey, hey, hey. All the girls that wine and drop it. Hey, 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 hey. So show me everything up in the air. Up in the air. Up in the air. Up in the air. Spin it around in the air. Up in the air. It's sweet. Up in the air. We in the capital.
So as we touch down, it's we who bring the vibe. We bring in the energy, we bring it to life.
It's how we born, and we proud, and this is we on a sweet time now. Everybody know. All hands raised now.
We dance to the rhythm that unite with.
We don't play now.
So with everything you have, let me see you now. Time to wake this place up.
Let me shake it up now. Every hand and raise up. When we stand together,
All of them can break us.
when we step out, you know.
Time to turn this place up.
21 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour. This is how we wake you up on a Wednesday morning here on Gomoseley Radio. Great to have you tagging along with us this morning.
Yo, gets.
When I say my job, and you say my job, capital job, that is the bad job. When I say my job, and you say my job, the capital job, that is the bad job. Say capital.
Brittany calling, Shishi calling, Caitlin calling for one job. Yoki calling, Vice Pass calling, everybody calling.
Everybody know I do a behavior. From July reach in Grenada. I get a flight but I don't get accommodation. So find me all over the nation, making a whole set of They try to calm me down, they try to calm me down. They say I can't drink rum. Oh God, so much a girl in town, so much a girl in town. I want you. Everybody know I do a behavior. From July reach in Grenada. I get a flight but I don't get accommodation. So find me all over the nation, making a whole set of bad decision. Under the counter is a bad decision. I don't know I'm making chat decision. Spice must could never be a bad decision. I do it what I do it.
823, are you a leader navigating stress, pressure, and constant demands? Then sign up for the Leadership and Mental Health Seminar, Strong Minds, Strong Leaders, Leading with Resilience in a Demanding World. On Saturday, April 25th from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Bel Air Lions Club in Unaku Street, Section K, Campbellville. You can discover practical strategies to manage stress, prevent burnout, and build resilient teams. Featuring mental health expert Shane Tull and leadership expert Claremont G.W. Frank. Registration is $20,000 per person or $15,000 for groups of 5 or more. Reserve your seat today. Register online or call 638-6226. Strong minds build strong leaders. Ensure you don't miss it. And whether you need a trusted medical escort to appointments, professional home care support for daily living, or compassionate companionship to brighten your day or the day of a loved one, Ramsvad is committed to delivering safe, reliable, and personalized care. Choose Ramsvad Medical Escort and Home Care Services because your well-being is their priority. Call them today, 618-8004-8004, and let them care for you the Ramsvad way.
a celebration time. It's just a feeling that we can't explain. Like the sweet rhythm flowing through my vein. When the music hit, you feel no pain. Pumping through my heart, through every cell membrane. I set up people coming down. Look at what people having fun. King Soca. Come let we gather with the band. I want to play that, you want to play that. Yeah, the carnival. You want to come down, I want to come down. For the bacchanal. Cheese and oil, I am the backpack and ready. I say load me up with the oil. Everything I to spoil from grandma go down to child. They've been wanting this for a while. Deal with them in a style.
826 all across the country. Of course, you're locked in here to Gomoseley Radio. This is the sound of now. And we have joining us this morning Dr. Karen Cooper. She is a primary care physician based out in the U.S., but she's currently on a visit to Guyana. And this morning, she's joining us via Zoom from the Rupununi region. Good morning, Dr. Cooper. What are you doing out there?
Hi, Gordon. Good morning. I'm out here because I am enjoying beautiful Guyana. I have never been in this side of the region before, and it has not disappointed. It is just so gorgeous. And, I think people who haven't come out here yet are really missing it. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah. So we know you've spent many years over the years as a primary care physician focusing on families and women in particular, and that is what has brought you to Guyana, because you're concerned about the health of Guyanese women and why many of them are not wanting to see the doctor, and that is so important. So tell us about some of the work you have been doing in Guyana over the past couple of days.
Okay, so I've been lucky enough to connect with HERO Health and Education Research Organization, which they've been helping with medical care in Guyana for many, many years. Last year was their 25th anniversary. And so I usually come with them as a volunteer. And this time, I hadn't been here since 2018. So it was so wonderful to be back. So wonderful to meet the patients and different men. And so, we went to different areas where we took care to hear about some of the concerns of the people that we saw. Some things that, are you still there, Gordon?
Yeah, we're here. We're listening to you. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, you're still there. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So some of the, concerns we saw were very normal for Guyana, diabetes and hypertension and different things like that. You said, I do have a focus in women's health, and I do have a focus in preventative medicine and making sure we can catch things right before they get out of hand, out of control. And so some of the things that I noticed among the women were not so many going for mammogram, not so many going for pap smear, not so many understanding that a colonoscopy was really important. And so, I am sure that the Guyana Health Ministry and all the different clinics that are out here, all the physicians, that they really do give that message. Yeah. So it was interesting to hear and to see that there were so many women that did not take advantage of that. And, I think it's really important to get the message out there that these exams really need to be done, like for women, a mammogram is essential from the time you're 40, earlier if you have a family history. For cervical cancer, the pap smear is the number one tool that can truly, truly prevent cervical cancer. It does not have to be a cancerous diagnosis at all in this country or any country, really, because the pap smear really detects those cells very early and very easily. And that's an exam that needs to be done from age 21 onwards. So, it was just a little bit concerning to know that people were not going for those particular tests and exams, which would really prevent or ward off or avoid tremendous, disorder or disease development down the road. That was concerning. And as you and I had talked, we talked more about it isn't even so much the not knowing, it's the fear of going to the doctor, and that's really big in Guyana. And I wonder, how do we get past that? That I really want this conversation to be about that. How do we get past people being afraid to go to the physician, to make sure that we can catch things, they can catch things, they're the ones that are coming before before it spirals out of control.
So how do they overcome that fear? How do you think they can overcome that fear? Why do you think the fear exists in the first place?
Right, right. I think the fear exists because, cancer has such a stigma attached to it. Before we understood as much as we do now, and before we had the tools to, detect just even the onset of it, before we really knew how to manage cancer, it was a diagnosis of death. It does not have to be a diagnosis of death anymore. But for some reason, we haven't really pushed that message across that, hey, if you would just come every year for an annual checkup, that's the number one way of preventing it from going from disease undetected to death. You don't want to go to your doctor and then hear that you're in stage 3 or, stage 4, right? Which is pretty much incurable at that time. And stage 3 would require so much medical and surgical care. And, the chances of coming out of it without, with it being eradicated, with it going into remission is going to be longer and harder for that person. So, I don't know. We need to talk about why people are concerned, so fearful to come. And every culture is different. And so maybe there needs to be some sort of talking around that myth that I don't want to go to the doctor. I'm afraid. How do we lift that in Guyana, for instance?
And
we push a lot of preventative. Hello?
Go
We
ahead.
push a lot of preventative messages in the US, but I know for sure that there are a lot of preventive messages that are pushed here as well, because when I see people just going after fitness, and when they come to us as physicians or other health providers, they always talk about what they're doing in terms of eating and what they've changed to make sure that their blood glucose is under control and so on. There are a lot of preventive messages that are being pushed. So it's quite interesting that there's this fear, there's this reluctance, I should say, to make sure that you are not going to end up with a diagnosis of cancer, whether it's breast cancer, colon cancer, or cervical cancer.
And we have seen, especially, I'm glad you mentioned the breast cancer aspect of things. We've seen, there are campaigns in terms of awareness and early diagnosis include at-home exams that you can do for women in the shower. We've seen them put out lots of info on it. And then, of course, too, those diagrams showing you how you ought to be looking for those lumps or if you feel anything strange, and at-home tests you do in the shower. Do you think that those kinds of campaigns might be beneficial for the other tests that we need to come in and see a doctor about?
Yes. Yes, I do feel, and I've heard a lot about the campaigns. I've seen them firsthand myself. So the idea that someone does not go for a mammogram regularly is astounding to me. And I wonder if part of that message is you not only need to do the self-exam, but you also need to make sure you go to your doctor and get the mammogram done. I know that there's access here, and I know that there's really good care here. Again,
I think we're getting a connection problem there via Zoom, but we'll try to get back to Dr. Cooper. You're back with us? Oh, she's back with us.
Am I back with you?
Yeah.
Am I back?
Like a cloud moving over
Yes,
in the Rupununi region, huh?
It probably is.
Continue.
Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still here with us. Continue.
Am I still there?
Yes, you are. Continue.
Okay. All right, great. Yeah. So what?
I think you came and left. Okay, we're going to try to connect back with Dr. Cooper in just a bit. Getting a connection problem out of that Rupununi region. But she's been raising a very important point about persons being fearful of really going out there and getting those tests done. And it's a fear that exists not just for women, but for men also.
For men as well. I think the entirety, we have this idea that, if we don't know, then it can't hurt us.
Yeah. And that is something we should not be practicing. Are you still with us, Doctor? Okay, we'll have to check in back with her. She was joining us from the Rupununi region. You're back with us?
Am I back?
I'm going to put you on
I
top.
am watching to see if I'm back.
We're hearing you.
You hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So, yeah. So if I'm moving around, it's because I want to make sure we have a good connection.
Okay.
And you'll get to see a little bit of lovely place. So, So in terms of the breast exam, which is really, really important and needs to be done, just to push again to make sure that people follow up with their physicians to get that mammogram. I know it's not the most comfortable exam, is the cervical exam, but it's something that really needs to be done for prevention. And how we get past that fear. Maybe it's the talking about it. When people talk at church or they talk, within the community centers or talk among friends, perhaps it's the talking about it.
That probably needs to be done.
That needs to be done. Yes, we need advocates. We need people who are not afraid. I wouldn't say afraid, but who would be more open about their experience.
Yeah.
And I think that would help. I think it's the unknown, It's fear of the unknown is pretty much what it is.
And we were just mentioning while we were getting that connection problem, we were talking among ourselves that that it's not just an issue with women, it's also an issue with men, not the ones that go to the doctors too.
It's absolutely also an issue with men, and more so, for guys, certainly at the clinics, it was very nice to see men coming, but certainly the overwhelming percentage of people that came were women, and some of the guys, and so, for those wives that made their husbands come, they're making sure that they stick around for a while, and you're right. So colon cancer, colonoscopy, that needs to be done from the age of 45. And I don't know how many people
have been getting those
they
done.
Can get access here. Yeah, but that's really, really important. And so how we get past the fear of making sure that we do those exams, just like when you go to the dentist, everyone goes to the dentist for cleaning, right? Mm-hmm. So how do we make it so that, people feel as comfortable for those exams? I think is important, because breast cancer, cervical cancer, and colon cancer are the top three cancers in Guyana, that are affecting people. And cervical cancer is so preventative that it really does not need to be in that top three. It really does not need to be. I think there are about 94. There are about 200 and something new cases for breast cancer every year. There are about 94 deaths. For cervical cancer, it's about 120 new cases and about 63 deaths. This is annually. And I didn't see the numbers for colon cancer, but it's certainly ranked up in the top three cancers for Guyana. So, we don't have to have that here. We don't have to have that here, primarily because people are afraid, are, concerned, intimidated. That's the word. They're really intimidated about going and getting a bad diagnosis. Yeah. We somehow need to push that every doctor's visit does not need to be about a bad diagnosis. It's about you making sure that you don't get a diagnosis that would be difficult or long or impossible to treat.
And
that's the message.
I was about to point out that even in some cases where you have persons who might have gotten a diagnosis, they go back home and they say nothing to anyone. They don't have a conversation with their families. They don't have a conversation with their friends until it reaches a stage where it becomes unmanageable. And that's not the right thing to do, Doc.
About it. It's almost as if saying it out loud makes it worse. I don't know. I think there's a lot of shame around having a diagnosis, and I don't understand why, because the person has nothing to do with the diagnosis.
Yeah.
This is environmental, it's genetics, it's areas that we haven't even learned yet in terms of scientific research. So the more that that it's talked about. You're so right about that, Gordon. It's more about people getting a diagnosis as well and not saying anything about it. Because, if you do tell someone that you have a diagnosis of cancer, you don't know where to help, the support, the intervention, how all of those factors that you might not get by being silent can come about. Having a cancer diagnosis, I am a breast cancer survivor, having a cancer diagnosis really requires that you have, if not family support and friend support, that you have community support. It's something you cannot do by yourself, So it would be nice if somehow we could lift that taboo as well of, oh my gosh, this is happening and, I'm not going to tell anyone about it. And again, I think it's fair. The person is so fearful once they get the diagnosis because they're so sure they're going to die that I think they just maybe turn into themselves.
But
of course, I'm just assumptively, speaking.
And Dr. Cooper, there's a reason when you watch these medical shows and these medical dramas, there's a reason they say, well, it's a good thing we've caught it early, especially when referring to these cancer diagnoses.
Yes, because if you catch it early, right, there are things you can do.
Right.
There's so much that you can do about it. The preservation of life, the quality of life, maybe getting it into remission, making sure there's not a reoccurrence. There's so much you can do if you catch it early. So that's challenging.
Do you think then that, maybe what we need, dealing with the unknown is one thing, especially when it comes to going to the doctor and possibly getting a bad diagnosis. Do you think outside of that, we also need to do a little bit more in terms of support systems? Because they may not have it in their family. They may not have it amongst their friends. Do we need specific organizations, whether it be attached to the health ministry or to the doctor who's providing your care, organizations to kind of help you and be a support system with persons who may have gone through this already or, or just surround yourself with people?
Yeah, I like the way you're thinking. Particularly someone who's gone through it already can be a great support system for someone who maybe just got a diagnosis and is really afraid and concerned and doesn't really know what are the next steps to take. I think churches are great places where you have community support. I know that Guyana has a lot of community clinics and centers. That's another area to get support. If you don't have the friends and family, and then maybe tapping into the American Cancer Society. I don't know what kind of connections, what kind of, little groups that they have here. But yes, support from everywhere, anywhere really is very, very important to ensure that things go back that needs attention, and that you are getting the support you need.
All right.
It's not a disease. It's a disorder or a disease, actually, that you'll feel, you wouldn't be able to do a lot on your own. And so that support is really, really important. You're about to say, Gordon?
I was about to say thank you for being here with us this morning. I know we're getting some connection problems there from the Rupununi region, but we're happy you're getting to experience the Rupununi region during your visit to Guyana. I know you're going to enjoy that a whole lot more. And thanks to you and the Hero organization, too, for the work that you guys have been doing, coming to Guyana to not just spreading the word and the message, but also encouraging more persons to see their doctors, and get checked out.
Yes. Yeah. It's been a pleasure being here, coming back, being here and, just trying to help in any way that we can. But thank you so much for this little conversation. And I hope that people that are listening will make sure that they get their mammogram. Women, you need it at age 40, younger if you have a family history. I hope you will go get that pap smear. It starts at age 21 and you're supposed to do it every year, sometimes history, and everyone needs a colonoscopy at age 45, again earlier if you have a family history.
All right, good information, Dr. Karen Cooper. Thank you so much for joining us this morning here in New Day, and we wish you and your team the very best here in Guyana, and enjoy the Rupununi for us, okay? Thank you so much.
I will. Thank you. Thank you both so much.
Have a great day
All
today.
right. Great.
It is 8:45 on Across Guyana. We were talking there with physician Dr. Karen Cooper. Guyanese based in the U.S., a cancer survivor herself, but encouraging women and men to go get those tests done. It's good information there here in New Day.
Team Soca. Your mornings are a whole lot better.
Wake up, yo!
With New Day on Gomoseley Radio.
I am my backpack and I'm ready. Rum in my backpack and I'm ready. Promoter done laughing already with a backpack and the heavy on. I say load me up with the oil. Everything I do spoil. I'm gonna put on the child. Tony, they've been wanting this for a while. Deal with them in a style. When stars align, greatness outshines all hatred in space and time. So still we rise with grace and with faith in the morning, with chains and oil. I am a backpack and I'm ready. Rum in the backpack and I'm ready. Promoter done laughing already with a backpack and the heavy on. They go out to put the job and a payroll. Oil fresh like you day old. Put the job and a payroll. Oil fresh like you day old. Put some respect on me name. I don't want to hear. Don't give me that you want to pay. You want to pay. Put some respect on me name. I don't want to hear. Don't give me that you want to pay. You want to pay. Good love, she not gonna wait. Go back and walk in it till I run away. Them call me Bushanja. Good love, she not gonna wait. She like that, still a dog boy run away. Them call me the Bushanja. Down in the knees, down in the knees, down in the knees, down in the knees. Now that total lockdown over, ay ay ay. I go take advantage on the thing when I hold ya. 'Cause woman, to be honest, if I don't release, I go dead. Aye, woman, to be honest, if I don't release, I go dead. In less than no time, I'm gone.
Let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. What's up? Let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air.
The voice of Alison Hines on your radio. Of course, you know she'll be here on the 30th of April for the Big People Party in the mining town of Linden as part of the Linden Town Week celebrations.
Let them see love and unity. One big family togetherness. I know. Why not let them see love and unity? One big family togetherness. Why not let them see love and unity? One big family togetherness. The fussing and the fighting and the war must done. The war must done. The war must done. The fussing and the fighting and the war must done. Come let we live as one. Just a two, put down the drugs, he said the night
my fans are passing. When I tell you to jump up, jump up, jump up. When I tell you to jump up now. When I tell you to jump up, jump up, jump up. When I tell you to jump up now. Here we go. Jump, 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 jump. Higher, higher. Jump, 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 jump. Start to wave. Red bandana, white bandana, blue bandana, green bandana, yellow bandana, black bandana, jump bandana, jump, jump. Red, white, blue, green, yellow, black bandana, jump bandana, jump, jump up. No matter where you're from, it's time to carry on. So bring your flag and come, bandana jump up. West Indian all over, time to come together. Show the world we power, bandana jump. Red bandana, white bandana, blue bandana, green bandana, yellow bandana, black bandana, jump bandana, jump, jump. Red bandana, white bandana, blue bandana, green bandana, yellow bandana, black bandana, jump bandana, jump, jump up. The people must unite, no bother fuss and fight. Just make the wrong things right, bandana jump up. Let our leaders sing, keep our music be. Wait together we. M-A-D-D-E-S-T. Where the maddest, maddest school, where the maddest, maddest school, where the maddest, maddest school, where the maddest, maddest school in here, maddest school in here. And if you're going to get on bad then.
Confidential Cabs is hiring experienced dispatchers. If you have strong communication skills, can multitask with ease, and thrive in a fast-paced environment, this opportunity is for you. Applicants must be able to work shifts and weekends. Ready to join a dynamic transportation team? Send your CV via WhatsApp to 626-1575. And of course, posting online isn't enough. Strategy matters. Mass Global Media manages your social media with creative content, professional design, and consistent branding. Grow your audience and your business. Contact Mass Global Media today at 643-822-93. Guyana, get ready this Saturday, March 28th. It's Curry Fest 2026, the ultimate curry and roti making competition going down at Everest. Come out and witness the battle for Curry King and Queen as top cooks compete for the chicken, duck, and roti making crowns. The best part, admission is absolutely free. Don't miss it this Saturday at Everest Curry Fest 2026, where flavor meets competition. 8:54 in the morning time. You're listening to us here on a new day on a Gomoseley Radio. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning on the outside. Weather forecasters still saying we're going to be seeing a rainy couple of days as we go into this, the remainder of what's left of this week. But right now, I want to get your thoughts, Gordon. I came across this situation online yesterday.
What's that?
A young lady, Deborah Williams, she's from Detroit. She went viral after rejecting 2 years of probation and opting to serve 20 days in jail instead. Now, hear her This is her rationale. Now, her case stemmed from a crash that led to a third-degree felony charge. In court, the young lady, Deborah Williams, told the judge she preferred jail time to probation, explaining that she wanted to move forward with her life rather than spend 2 years under strict supervision. Now, that clip of her making that decision went viral, sparking a lot of debate online, as it usually does. A lot of people were shocked, as probation is typically seen as the easier option. But some of them pointed out that probation can come with strict conditions like travel restrictions, mandatory check-ins, drug testing, and the risk of jail time, even for what they would deem a minor violation. Her choice ignited a broader conversation about freedom control and whether a short sentence can sometimes feel less burdensome than long-term oversight. Now, she's opting to go to jail for the 20 days. And of course, for the folks on the outside, this is a case that's based in the U.S. And of course, they have maximum and minimum security prisons. So she's not necessarily going to somewhere like Rikers Island. Yeah. You know, she could be going into a low security.
Take the 20 and then go.
Do you agree with her?
Yeah.
I do too.
Take 20 and done.
It's
2 years of probation. They're going to be watching you like a hawk.
Like a hawk. And then, of course, like they said, you're not going to be able to do much. And then, of course, if you fail a drug test, you could go to jail. I mean, it's going to be on her record. It's going to be on her record. This 20 days is going to be on her record. But she can apply later on to get it expunged if she qualifies. And, even if you do the 2 years probation and you get thrown into jail for violating it, it's still going to be on your record anyway.
Just take the 20 days and
I
get
agree
it
with
over
her.
with.
Take the 20, call it George, keep your head down.
And move on.
Don't drop the soap and just,
What soap? The ladies drop soap?
I don't know what it is. I never went. I don't know what goes on in there. I wouldn't be able to say. Listen, I've been on the bench all of 5 minutes.
You went on the bench?
I went on the bench for 5 minutes.
What did you do?
Nothing. My foot was hurting. I was in the station. My foot was hurting and I sit down. And then the man said, Mom, that bench there is for people. I said, what? I got up so quickly, Gordon. And I says, okay.
So what were you doing in the station in the first place?
I had to, make a query.
Okay.
You
didn't do any crime.
No, a crime? Me? What? That's crazy. I am a law-abiding citizen. So ask the Ghana Police Force about me.
They know about you?
No, they don't. They're going to say, who's that? That's why I said ask, because they're going to say, who's that? Never heard of her. Oh, the radio girl. Yes, I listened to her. But yeah, I would take my 20 days and just call it George, be done with that situation and move forward with my life.
Don't brace the fence either. In New Amsterdam, they tell the ladies, don't brace the fence.
Why?
I don't know. Part of the men's jail is next door.
So they're like, there's a fence separating the two?
A mesh fence.
A mesh fence.
No, it's things
what
to
do they call
pass
it?
through. A mesh fence. Depends on the size of the mesh. It is alleged, so I've heard. I don't know either.
Yeah, you got to make sure people know that. Allegedly.
You brace the fence in, up for the whole pregnancy.
Whoa.
So you got to careful up there.
Whoa.
Depends on how they're bracing it too.
It's a good thing you get your radio station friend. They can't tell you what you cannot see.
Well, it's a back brace or a front brace. One of those now is 8:58. We got 2 minutes more to go to wrap up this new day. The voice of Charmin Blackman on your radio. Wendy's, they're dropping new chicken tenders, golden crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, tendery in every bite. So dip them in honey mustard, sweet chili, scorching hot, or honey barbecue. Then do it again. Now available in 3-piece and 6-piece combos. Don't catch feelings, catch tendies. It's gotta be Wendy's.
And Guyana, it's time to level up your beauty game. Fenty Beauty, Fenty Skin, and Fenty Fragrance have officially landed and they're here to slay. Head down to Glamour Beauty to swatch, blend, and glow with the full Fenty lineup featuring bold shades, flawless finishes, and products made for every skin tone. Join them for the official launch at Glamour Beauty Movietown on Saturday, March 28 from 10 to 2 p.m. Fenty Beauty, available starting March 28 at Glamour Beauty.
And that's our program for this morning here in Gomoseley Radio. Had a good morning with you. Hope you enjoyed your time with us too. So on behalf of the Mixmaster Tony and the Lana Bose, my name is Gordon Mosley, wishing you a safe and enjoyable Wednesday. Remember to tune in at 10 o'clock this morning for Keeping Up with Keen and Selecta Yannick. Then at around 3 o'clock this afternoon, it's on the go with ZJ Ice and DJ Sion right here in Gomoseley Radio. Keep us on all day and have a great day today. It was good having you start your new day with us here in Gomoseley Radio. Have a good one.
This Mother's Day, treat those special